It is fun, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't mine no more. I am a Sid. I am, said I am lost and I don't even know why. Dividend investing for cash flow. Zero waiting. Go live. Woohoo. Alright, so nobody's waiting for me. Here we go. Alright. What the hell?
Hey everyone, it's Blake Shelton due to a lawsuit over misleading advertising.
Alright. And here we go. Do live here. Add the title. Dividend investing for weekly cash flow. Done. Live. Alright. That one's up and running. Alright. There we go. Here we go, lovey. Bloody hell. I am. And live on another device. To go live on this device, you need to end live on another device. What? I can't see what the hell's happening there. I can't hear anyone. Huh. Interesting. 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 Okay. I can't hear anything and I can't see anything. So, and now, go live. Here we go. Hey, Doc.
I can see you on YouTube.
Yeah?
I can hear you and you're struggling to say nobody can hear you or nobody can see you, but I can.
No. Yeah, that's on YouTube. But I was just using the TikTok Live Studio.
Oh.
Yeah. So I had to turn it off. Yeah, I got to figure it out. I'll have to work on it some more. All right. Anyway.
Well, if you need help.
Yep. Well, let me get off the phone because I'm just going live early tonight. Why not?
That means more time with Kathy.
No. I can't figure out the studio on the computer because I can't see anything and I can't interact with anyone. Okay, I can't see if anybody's there. I see a bunch of stuff scrolling around and moving, but I couldn't see the screen. There was nothing there. Yeah, I know. So I'll have to figure out something else.
Well, if you need me to do something, just let me know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, because you can't live stream on 2 different devices on the same account. Oh wow, I had 558 views a little while ago.
You're a rock star, dude.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything if I can't see anything and I can't interact with it. I have no idea what people are seeing. All right. Anyway, I'll have to figure it out. All right. Let me chat with you later.
Bye-bye.
All right. LA's fine, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't mine no more. I am, I said. I am, said I. Top mentor, Krista. How you doing, Krista? All right, I have no idea how to use that thing. Live disconnect. Couldn't connect. Try to reconnect now. No, I'm not going to. Got to know how to fix the damn thing. Charlie B. Go to live studio. Couldn't connect. I have no idea. I have to figure it out. Jack. Hey, Jack, what's happening? Get back to it. All right, Jack. You don't know Jack. All right. Tommy joined. Alejandro. Alexander Perkins. Nice to see you again. Got nobody over here on Instagram. I don't know. Why is that? Instagram people just don't like this kind of stuff. I don't know. What is it? Skinhounds. Alejandro Musa. Hey, bro. What's happening? ¿Qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? Peverly. 13. How you doing? Thank you for that, I think. Anyway, getting ready to get started. I tried using the TikTok Studio. It's almost the exact same as the OBS Studio, which is, this is being broadcast on YouTube, in case you guys were wondering. So getting used to something new is getting used to something new. Couldn't quite figure out how to do it. How is SIG? I have no idea who SIG is. Are we talking about SIG as a Signature Bank, SIG? Oh, Signet Jewelers. Oh, wow. Signet Jewelers. SIG. 101. Interesting. Interesting. Well, let's take a gander at it. Signet a year ago was at 76. Check it out. 76.10. Okay. A little bit of dip, a little bit up, down, up, down, up, down. High up over here. See? High here. Low over here. Okay, it was a year ago. Where is it now? All right. Well, should take a keep looking. All right. Last 90 days. All right, so a year ago today, we're at 75.99. The bottom of the year, 57.21. All right, we got a double top at 108.79. That was the end of December and the end of February. So the end of December, let's check out the last 30 days, 90 days. Okay, so the last 90 days, we're at the high at 108.73. A little bit of dip, up, down, up, down. I like the way it moves, just up, down, consistently. Okay, last 30 days. What did it do the last 30 days? All right, so 30 days ago today, we opened up at 103.99. Okay, one day later, we had the 30-day high. Hey, try Super Gains. Wow, how you doing, man? Okay, so our 30-day high was right here 30 days ago. Okay, a month ago, we're up here at the 30-day high. The bottom was last week. Hey, I'm back, baby. I see you have upgraded your setup. Here comes a serious question. Well, jolly good. I like serious questions. But hopefully it's better than some of the questions I get. 30-day bottom was on the 20th, and that was 86.31. Okay, now from 86.31, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to the upside. And look, there's still more space to go up higher. I found a supercharged dividend, and I want to know your thoughts. Well, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Let's see what it takes to look like. Okay, signature. Daryl Freeman. I think we're in 2006 time frame. Really? Why would you think that? All right. Anyway. So the last trade was 107. 107. 99.14. 101.05. Okay. Now, the 101s are going for a $1.30. Do you see that? Right now it's at 101.05, and the 101s are going for $1.30. That's $1.25 for profit. That's over 1%. Okay, so I like over 1%. So I'm going to write SIG down for consideration for next week because everything looked good. I'm going to take a quick look at the seasonality chart to see what it normally does this time of year. And try super gains. I'm waiting for that once in a lifetime dividend that you told me about. Okay, ULTY, CONT, etc. They call right for you and produce gains and gives it back to you as a dividend. ULTY, really? ULTY, Yield Max ETF. That's a big fat no, dude. Look at that. It's a monthly. Yeah, but it's a monthly. Do you see that? Okay, 40 to 70% gains. All right, well, let's take a gander at that. All righty. Yahoo Finance. Okay, we're going to take a look at some interesting stuff. I'm still researching myself as well. Sorry, I missed it. Okay. ULTY. Do you like SIG? Yeah, Joe, I do. I do like Signature. Okay, so Yield Max Ultra Option Income. All right, let's take a look at some historical data. Okay, historical data. Yeah, we'll get back to it in a second. Okay, historical prices, dividends only, and the maximum. Okay, so dude, not much. It's very new. Okay, so it paid out one dividend. Okay, so I'm kind of at a loss of why you're finding this to be something really wild and interesting. Okay, it pays $1.07 and it's an $18 stock. Okay, so 1.07 divided by 18.55. That's 5.7. So I see the appeal there, but they've only paid it once. Try Coney. Coney. C-O-N-Y. It's another ETF. What is it with you and the ETFs, dude? They do it for NVIDIA, AMD, and Coinbase. Yeah, but there's only one dividend. One. Okay, why would I be excited about one dividend? Okay, so 23 and 24. Okay, so they paid 6 times. That's it. J&W could be on the move. J&W. All right, so, all right, try super gains. I'm going to have to pass. Both of those are lemons. You know, I like 20 years or more of increased dividends, and I don't really like ETFs because ETFs, number one, they pay monthly. Okay, not very many of them pay weekly. Shit happens. I like TLTW. Okay, why does that sound like another ETF? TLTW. It is another ETF. Well, good morning, honey. You woke up.
No, I didn't.
All right, so TLTW has only been paying dividends since 2022. I'm not seeing the appeal. Is Main Street Capital any good to own? Isn't that MAIN? Okay, appreciate the feedback, but they are taking the weekly gains and pumping it back in as monthly. Yeah, I get that. That's all fine and dandy. Let's let them do that for another 18 years. Then I'll put them on my list if they can continue doing it. No, Comcast doesn't look good, but we'll take a look at the numbers. Okay. CMCS.
About 200 a month.
They have 65 million. You know that Comcast has 65 million people paying them a check every single month? That's nuts.
I'm not one.
And you're not one of them. That's right, honey. All right, so yeah, so far I haven't gotten on anything any decent. Let's go back to here. All right, so let's go back to our list. And we were, what were you just looking at? We were just looking at something. I forget what it was. Remind me, what was I just looking at? Maine does too have weeklies. Really? MAIN. No, Maine does not. Maine is monthlies. Okay? Monthly options on Maine. The person doesn't. Okay? Sorry, dude. Monthlies. I don't do monthlies. Because the numbers just ain't there. And look at where they are. Okay? They're at the high of the year. So that's another no. High of the year, and it has monthlies. So that's no and no. Wait a minute. Let me think again. No. That's 3 no's in a row. All right. Yeah. 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. Okay, that's it. Weekly options and 20 years of increased dividends. Not too much to ask. Now, I was just looking at something a little while ago before I got sidetracked. And I'm trying to remember what it was.
ADD.
No, it wasn't ADD. It wasn't.
That's what you have.
I probably do. AMD? James, CSCO, what do you think for Monday morning? Ooh, AGNC. All right, let me write these down. CSCO, AMD. Isn't AMD a monthly? AGNC. All right, well, written down. I'll take a gander at it. We'll see what we come up with. All right, next on the list is Apache, APA. So we'll look at Apache next. Yeah, Joe, we got out of Comcast already. Okay, we did Comcast last week. But they do have the dividend coming up. But that's that. Why would I jump into it again? I don't know. CMCSA. 43. Yeah. Comcast is going to be a no. Look, it's 43.40. The 43.50s will go for 23 cents. It's not, conducive. Hey, Seth. What's happening, Seth? Nice to see you here again. You were here last night, too. All right, so CMCSA is a no. Apache, APA, 35.50, 35.50. It looks good. Okay, Apache, here you go. 34.45. The 34.50s, 54 cents. That is well over 1%. You guys want to know how I get 1%? Safe, secure, predictable, and consistent. Look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie. 1 plus 1 is going to equal 2 no matter which planet you're from. All right, so 1 plus 1 equals 2. Let's take a gander at it. Oh my goodness, we dropped from 300 down to 110. All righty. Like, share, and subscribe. Woohoo! like, share, and subscribe. All right, so that way, more people share the wealth. Let everyone. Okay, so Apache. Let's take a gander at Apache. Wait a second. When does Apache have? We were looking at signature. SIG. Yes, and signature did look good. Okay, so Jose, ¿qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? All right, Apache, APA. Isn't that coming up this week? I'm pretty sure it is. It is the 19th. All right, so Monday. Monday starts week number one. Week number one of the second quarter. We have 4 quarters in the year. Okay, week number one of the second quarter is Monday. Okay, Apache is on Friday, 3 weeks from now. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3 weeks out. Let's see what it looks like. How did we do this week? Well, Seth, just to be totally honest with you, the options expire on Saturday. Okay, they expire Saturday, and then everything will be switched over. So Saturday night, we find out exactly what we made. Sorry, it means you got to tune in Saturday night or Sunday night, one or the other. Bad. All right, Nick Colhan. Nicolin. Missy, how you doing? Nice to see you there, Miss Missy. Okay, so Apache is up on the 19th. That's a 25-cent dividend. Let's go take a look at the numbers because they seem to look pretty good. Now, Apache opened up at 35.81 a year ago. The high was 46.11, and that was the first week of September. The bottom, look at the bottom we have here. This thing looks quite heavy on the bottom. All right, we got a double bottom at 29.49. That was the beginning of February and the middle of February. So let's take a look at the last 90 days, and that would be December 28th. APA, I don't like monthly chart. Wow, you're pretty quick. I'm looking at the 90-day chart. Okay, so let's hold out a bit. 90 days ago, we opened up at 37.24, bottomed out, a double bottom at 29.45. That was beginning of February, in the middle of February. Let's take a look at the last 30 days and see what our friend over here doesn't like about it. I don't like it either. That was pretty quick. Okay, look at the run-up from the 30-day bottom. It's like all up. This pullback, that's not a whole big pullback. You have all this profit taking right here. Okay, I like up, down, up, down. I like a pattern. This doesn't have a pattern. This is just going 30 days ago, right up to here. 2-day pullback. I have no idea where it's going. Hey, what's that? Gelestria, what I? Do you need a copywriter? Yeah, I do. But the wife usually takes care of that. She takes a look at all my writing and tells me how wrong I am from all different directions. That's okay. I'm used to it. CAVA is next on the list.
Grammar, that's it.
Bombolingo. Were you the guy that was stealing from the store on TikTok? How do you steal from a store on TikTok? I have no idea how to do that. I will message you with the details if that's okay. Sure, not a problem. Mahane. Is that right, Mahane? Hi, how you doing? Still nobody over here on Instagram. Oh, one person on YouTube. All right, so Apache, I like the numbers, but I don't like that. Verizon, worried. Verizon down. VZ. Okay, CAVA, that's next on the list. Let's take a quick gander at it. CAVA, CAVATION. In the summertime. Anybody ever remember that song? We're old, yeah. CAV Group 71. Ooh, neato. Nice numbers. Okay, CAV is going to be a definite no. Okay, even though the numbers work over here, look at the chart. She's at the high of the year. Okay, high of the year, high of the 30-day period, high of the 90-day period. It's a big fat no. There's way too much profit waiting to be taken there. WEC, never heard of that one. Do you trade in MT4? Nope. Sorry. That was quick. Right to the answer. WEC. I have no idea what WEC is. Ford. Yeah, Ford's going to be a no. Only reason why Ford's going to be a no, because wait till you see the chart. And I'll take a look at it and I'll show it to you. And you're going to say, oh, no. All right, so CAV is a no. Next one is Intel, INTC. SPHD, that's an ETF. That's a no. When did you retire from 9 to 5? Oh, actually, that was Thanksgiving. I went down to Florida to visit the kids. I said, you know what? I don't feel like going back for it. I don't know. I might not. Jake about Apple. AAPL. AAPL. We'll take a look at that. Riot. Riot's going to be a no because I've looked at Riot many times and it doesn't fit the parameters. The parameters or the criteria is 20 years of increased dividends plus weekly options. James, why does it close out on Saturday? You know, Seth, that is like one of the most frequent questions. If you can't do any trading on Saturday, why do the options expire on Saturday? I don't know. Coinbase is a no. Coca-Cola, I love Coca-Cola. They've been in business for over 100 years. They're dividend king. They've increased their dividends for over 50 years consecutively every single year. More money. But the premiums suck. Sorry, less than 0.5% per week. So Coca-Cola is a no. And Coinbase, I say no because they haven't been in business for 20 years or more yet. So, yeah, guys, don't forget to share the trade, share the love. This way you get more people in here rather than 115. Because today's what, Friday night? Good evening, everyone. Hey, check it out. Fascinating Football Fan is here, coming to share the wealth. Woohoo! And you never did answer the question about O.J. Simpson, one of the best running backs. You look at some of the footage from his fancy footwork back in the 70s. Sup, dudes? Jeff, what's happening? All right. John Tardif, what are some that are a yes? Well, you're a little late here because we already have Signature. That's a yes. ALB, Apple, Macy's, JD, AMAT, Para. Ooh, nice. We're going to Intel. SIG was a potential yes. Let's go back to SIG. All right, because I don't think I did enough justice because we took a quick peek before I got interrupted. So Signet Jewelers. A year ago, we were at 74.77. Okay, 74.77. All right. Now we have a bottom of the year, and that was in mid June at 57.65. It was all the way up to a double high at 108.68. All right, Diversity. I see you. IBM. International Business Machines. All right. So double high at 108.68, and now that was in the end of December and the end of February. Okay, so let's take a look at the last 90 days. The last 90 days, 108.73, 90 days ago. What are you talking about? Options expire the third Thursday of every month. Pa and Mini Me. Well, they do not expire the third Friday. They expire the Saturday, okay? And it's the third Saturday for the monthly options. The weekly options expire on Saturday, every Saturday. How do you read cover 2? Hello, I think I'm late. Could be. Weekly options, right, Jeff? Yeah, there are two different kind of options. There are weekly options and there are monthly options. Okay, what we're looking at right here on the screen, which by the way is available on YouTube, okay, being live broadcast on YouTube. So if you guys sit in front of your computer, you'll be able to see this a little clearer. You'll be able to see the numbers. Okay, the dates in yellow are weekly options. The dates in white are monthly options. All right, I don't do monthly options. Do you actually know what you're doing? I just happened to flip on that and I traded options. Okay, Pa and Mini Me. I don't know. Why don't you sit, chill, hang out for a bit, and before you insult me, just listen. and then I'll be more than happy to hear your insults a little later. Weekly options I've never seen. Well, what happened if I get assigned and have to buy the stock at a higher price the following week? Well, wait a second. Let me go back to that one. Okay, Johnny. I think you're misunderstanding something. Okay. Now, when you buy a stock, all right, this is what I do. I'm going to tell you what I do and then see if you can equate it to what you do. All right. I buy my stocks on Monday. I do what's called a covered call, where I buy the stock and sell the option at the exact same time. As a matter of fact, if you're online right now, let's take a quick gander at how we can do this. All right, so we're going to get rid of this. We're going to go right here real quick, and we're going to go, okay, open this up, and it comes down to a covered stock. All right, when it comes to a covered stock, I click on that right there, and it just pops up. Okay, so I want to look at the 101s. All right, so I want to buy the 101s. And what it does, you see this order right here? I am selling 10 contracts and buying 1,000 shares, all in one trade. That way I only have to pay one commission. Now, let's say we just do 200 shares. Okay, so I am selling 2 contracts and I am buying 100 shares at the exact same time. All right, now I click confirm and send. Then before I do anything else, I read the order, what the order is. It says buy 2 covered SIG 100s. Those are the weeklies. Okay, so Ma and Pa, whatever. Oh, Pa and Mini-Me. Pa and Mini-Me. These are the weeklies. Buy 2 covered SIG 100s. Those are the weeklies. 5 April 24. That is this coming Friday. The 101 call / SIG, which means I'm selling the call and I'm buying the stock price, the stock at the same time. Now, my profit on this trade, let's decline this. Because if you guys want to actually join me on the live, I require you to DM me your phone number. We can have a little chat and see how you can contribute to the conversation. Okay, so before I send this trade off, let's take a look at the numbers to make sure it looks good. Okay, my max profit, let's get out of here. Oops, move this out of the way. All right. Okay, you see it right here? My max profit is 466. Now, this is for 200 shares. Max profit is 466. So I take the max profit, 466. I divide it by how much am I paying for my 200 shares? That's 19,734. 19,734, and that comes to a grand total of 2.3% for the week. So if you're wondering, how do I get 1% per week safely and securely, predictably and consistently, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff, I look for good company stuff, good companies. Okay, I don't know where Signet came from. I really don't know about them. So I'm probably not going to do this because this one's not on my list. Right? But this is one someone suggested, so I'm just taking a look at the numbers. So if I bought 200 shares first thing Monday morning at 1, because here's the price right here. The last traded price, the bid, the ask, 101.05. If I buy it first thing Monday, I can turn around, sell somebody the option to buy it from me at 101 and collect a premium of $466 for 200 shares. Now that $466 for the 200 shares is 2.36%. That's 2.3% for the week. So you have to ask yourself a question. Okay, Johnny, I'm going to answer yours very shortly. You ready? You have to ask yourself a question. Number 1, I have a few rules. Never buy anything you do not plan to hold for a long period of time. So if I do not like Signature or Signet, whatever it is, I won't buy it. So don't ever buy something you do not plan on holding a long time, because you might have to. Okay, so Johnny, here's where it comes in for you. Now, if I hit the send button, this goes and gets filled first thing Monday morning. I own the stock at 101.05. I own it at that. I'm also selling somebody the right to buy it from me at 101. Granted, I'll lose 5 cents. You take that off the premium. I'm still making, over 2%. Really don't care about pennies after a certain period of time. Now, if come Friday, okay, because it expires right here, see, 5 April 24. This is when it expires, okay? It expires at 5 April. Now, that's when you can do the last trade, on Friday. Okay, the option doesn't expire until Saturday, but, you know, that's the last trade you can make at 3:59 p.m. on Friday afternoon. That's when it's the last trade you can make. If on Friday afternoon the stock is above 101, okay, I will be cashed out, which means somebody will buy it from me, okay, and then I will have all my cash the following Monday, okay. If, however, the stock closes on Friday afternoon at $100.98, then I will keep that stock and I'll bring it into next week. And then I can do the exact same thing all over again next week. Collect another premium, okay? Give someone the opportunity to buy it from me at 101. Because remember, my purchase price never changes. It's 101. So if the stock price drops, let's say it drops down to 95. Do I want to sell the 95? No, because I'll be losing $6 per share. Jeff Buckaloo, do you ever have calls that close in the money at the end? Oh, yeah, all the time. Ooh, we have our one person over on YouTube, a couple people on YouTube, and one person over on Instagram. Instagram's a little bit tough getting started because I don't really know much about Instagram. But Johnny, I hope that answered that question for you. Okay, but in our live trading, so I do have a live trading. So why am I doing this? I do have a live trading class that people join me every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, between 9:15 and 10:15. We're on for about an hour. We go through all the trades, the ones that are up for consideration, the ones that have the numbers that work. Now, do they all work? No, they don't. Okay, I look at when are they paying their dividend? What does the 1-year chart look like? What's the 90-day chart look like? What's the 30-day chart look like? What does the seasonality chart look like? And then do the numbers work? Am I going to get 1% for each trade that I do? That's my goal. 1%, safe, secure, predictable, and consistent. 1% per week. And I've been doing very well this year. I think up over 21% already for the first quarter. Okay, fine. They're simple, easy trades. All companies you've heard of. All right. So hopefully that answered your question. All right. Okay. Pa and Mini Me. I've never heard of weekly options. Okay, dude, I really can't help you out with that. Really can't. Okay, they came up with options in I think it was 1973 they first came up with options. The weeklies didn't, I don't remember when the weeklies came out, but I remember when the weeklies came out, I avoided them like a plague until I understood the power of the weekly option. Like, whoa, this is awesome. Okay, Jose, Merrill Lynch system does not show any premium. Okay, that I can't help you out with. Whoa. I missed some of these questions. I have to go back. Where am I? Yeah, am I? Oh, I missed a lot of these questions. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Gregory Collier. So the 850 April 200 puts. Okay, Gregory, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't do anything over 300 bucks. Sorry, dude. Jose, thank you for that. Fascinating football fail. My football is soccer. Ooh, not American. Hey, fascinating football videos. Would you believe I still play soccer in the over 60s club? I do. I get out there and I run around like a maniac. Is BOX spreads risky? I have no idea what BOX spreads are. Okay, Terrence. I learned a lot about stocks from you these last few weeks. Cool. Thank you, sir. Oh, another buddy signing in over here on Instagram. Hey, how you guys doing over on Instagram? You guys gotta forgive me. These questions go by so fast. I have to scroll through them to see which ones are what they are. Okay, Gary T. Altria is the best dividend stock. Changed my mind. Now, Altria is a very good stock. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at when Altria is paying out their dividend. All right, I'm not going to send this. Market Watch. Altria MO. Well, that's not right. All right. Unfortunately, Gary, Altria had their dividend last Friday, and I think we did some on Altria. So that means I'm not going to look at Altria again for another 8 weeks, 9 weeks. Don't get me wrong, it's on my list. It is a dividend king. It is a freaking awesome company, and you're right about that. It is. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's good. Okay, there's another company, GPC. Now, Altria is a dividend king, but GPC has been paying and increasing dividends for over 70 years. That's seven decades. Okay, Altria is good, but anyway. Okay, Johnny, I'm going to disagree with you because Altria's premiums are better than Coca-Cola's. And I think Altria is paying 98 cents. Okay? Coca-Cola is paying 48 cents. Okay? So, I don't know about you, so I'm going to invest my money. I want the highest rate of return on a good quality company. Now, don't get me wrong. Both Coca-Cola and Altria are excellent companies. They're both dividend kings. So, for me, it's like, which one has the highest rate of return on a consistent basis? Now, I will buy each one. I'll get in and I will get out. I'll either collect a dividend or a premium, whichever gives me the 1% for the week. Other than that, I just look at it. But I don't think I bought Coca-Cola in a long time. How much is Coca-Cola stock price right now? Okay, Coca-Cola pays out the dividend on the second week of March, which is week 11 of the quarter. Do you find that option price already has the dividend baked in once it's declared? Yep, a lot of times it does, Jeff. That's why I say always check the numbers, and I don't like getting in the week of the dividend unless the premium is really fat. Okay, because they do take in consideration for the dividend. Okay, so Coca-Cola, 48 cents. KO. Okay, 61.24. Oops, I gotta change this. Okay, so 61.24, and the premium is going for 45 cents. You're losing 24 right off the top. So you deduct the 24 off of that, and you're getting 21 cents. You're getting a 21-cent premium on a $61 stock. Okay, Coca-Cola's a great company, but the premiums suck. Okay, MO, Altria. Okay, Altria is $43. They pay a higher dividend, and the stock price is less. And look what their premium is. $43.70. The 44s are 12 cents. Just as bad. Okay, so I wouldn't do either one of them. Okay, because the numbers just don't work for me. Yes, I hit 10,000 followers, and I was trying to use the TikTok studio today. I couldn't figure the damn thing out. We keep working on it. I'll get it eventually. All right, now, Johnny, I can tell you're new here because you're still using the 3% yield, which means you buy the stock and you hold it all year long and you get 3%. Okay, yeah, I don't do that. I get 1% per week. So within 3 weeks, I've already surpassed your holding yours all week long. Pa and Mini-Me. So I'm going to apologize because I only ever traded monthly options. Well, I appreciate that, Pa and Mini-Me. Just hang out because you're new here. I can tell. I'm really good with names. Okay, you're new here. Sit until you might learn something. Now, I don't like monthly options. Now, the reason why I don't like monthly options, they give you maybe 3% premium. All right, a 3% premium per month. It only comes at 36% per month. Okay, now I like 1% per week. That's over 50% per year. Okay, now I know you're new here. I know you don't believe me, but don't be so quick. Hold on a second. Okay, you might want to check this out. Here's my website, the10minutetrader.com. Gives you all the interesting, fun, neat stuff. Look at this. All my social media crap. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast. Yes, I've had a podcast for 4 years. My YouTube channel's over 12 years old. So you see videos of me 12 years ago. LinkedIn, Patreon, TikTok, books by James Allen. I've written 12 books. I'm working on book number 13 at the moment. Look at this, Power Mini Me. This is all my trades for this year. Okay, week number 1. Ooh, another question. Week 11 on your second account, you sold 20 Walgreens, blah, blah. All right, sorry, dude, I can't read that fast. And the thing about YouTube, they put the questions up there, and if you can't read fast enough, it disappears. I got 2 sentences, and the rest of it disappeared. All right, so week number 1, 2.1%. Week number 2, 1.3. Week number 4, blah, 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 all the way up. So on average, as of this moment, now I haven't tabulated this week's in yet. So as of last week, 21.6 on one and 45% on the other. Yeah, I know, 45% seems freaking ridiculous. But look at the numbers. Look at all the trades. Look at each individual trades. Do the math yourself. Okay, you click on any one of them. It opens up. It tells you the date. It tells you when I got in, what the time was, at 9:31, a covered call, okay, 26.50, and I got $2.07 a share. That's almost 3 freaking percent right off the top. Okay, the next one, JWN, which is Nordstrom's. Okay, I bought it at $16.95. I sold the 16.50s at 56. Blah 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 blah. Hey, Sebastian, dude, you haven't called me back, man. Okay, so anyway, if you want, take a look at all my trades. Do the math yourself. All right? The numbers are there. It's very simple. You buy a good quality stock. Okay? You look for the numbers. Now, there's over, let's do this. This will be fun. FIN, FinViz. Okay, now, I'm sure if you've been doing this for a while, you're aware of, hopefully you're aware of this website right here called Financial Visualizations, or FinViz for short. Okay, they have what's called a stock screener. Okay, the stock screener, there you go. That tells you exactly how many stocks are in the stock market at this moment. 9,497. Okay, so 9,497 stocks to choose from. Okay, now, that's a lot. All right, now, I only like to invest in stocks that actually share their profits. Okay, you have companies that take all the profits, put it back into the company, and the price escalates. I'm not here for that. All right, I'm 60. I don't want to go back to work. I want to get safe, consistent, repeatable income on a weekly basis. So I only do dividend stocks. Okay, now, dividend stocks, I understand they only pay once per quarter. However, they pay once per quarter, but they do have weekly options. So out of 9,497, I only have 150 in my roster. Okay, I'll trade the exact 150 month after month after month, directly in conjunction with their dividend. Okay, so when they get ready to pay the dividend, I jump in, take a look at it. Do the numbers work? They either work or they don't. Okay, I will pick a good dividend stock company that has increased for more than 20 years. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Okay, the stock price will go down, but I will continue to get higher and higher dividends. Worst case scenario, oh, I'm getting more and more money. Okay, I got 5 simple rules. Never buy something you do not want to hold for a long period of time. Never sell at a loss. 20 years or more of increased dividends. Weekly options, and make sure the numbers all work. Do your mathematics, okay? You make your money before you buy. A lot of you real estate people out here know that. Okay, you don't make money when you sell, you make your money when you buy. All right, so first thing I do here with FinViz is I click on dividend yield. So as soon as I click on this button, any company that doesn't pay a dividend will automatically fall off. So I click on dividend yield, let's say 1% or higher. Look at that. Now we're down to 4,331. More than half of them gone. All right, let's go for a 2% yield. Okay, 3,248. Okay, the higher yield you get, the higher yield you get, the more and more drop off. But I really don't care about the yield. Really, I honestly, and I have a hard time understanding why people don't grasp this. I really don't care about the yield. Really don't. I only care about the continuing increasing every single year for 20 years or more. Because if you're increasing your dividend for 20 years or more, you've already beat 90% of every single company. Because most companies fail within the first, year or two? Okay, it's 80%. Then out of that, another 80% die after the first 5 years. Then out of that, another 80% die after the first 10 years. If you're increasing your dividends for 20 years consecutively, every single year, you got to have some years behind you. Okay, so the next one I want to look at is right here, options, because I want weekly income. Okay, if it doesn't have options, it's not going to do me any good. Okay, I do options. Whoa, look at that. Now I'm down to 1,936. But this doesn't tell me if they're weekly or monthly. Okay, so that's as far as I go with this. Wasn't that fun? So you go from 9,500 companies down to 1,900. But to let you know, 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options, 150. Okay, that's all I look at, 150 over and over again. Okay, so let's go back up here. What do you think about DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency? I hope they don't come to my house. All right, DEA, we'll take a look at it. DEA. I got a lot of questions to go over. MO is 43 a shock and 8. Yeah, Gary T, I see that. Okay, but I won't do Altria at this time because the premium is less than 0.5% for the week. So why would I do that? Why is AMAT good for Monday? I missed that. AMAT is my 9 to 5. Well, let's take a gander at it. Is AMAT even on the list? We haven't even looked at AMAT yet. I will put it on here. Applied Materials, AMAT. All right, it's on the list. Okay, so Seth, we will take a look at it. Don't go any here. You've been here a lot. You know how it goes. I'll add it to the list. I will take a look at it. When we get to it, we'll see how it works. But I haven't done it yet. What is decay in options? Oh, TikTok, that's an interesting one. Decay is, well, well, if you want to get complicated, we can get really complicated. However, this trading strategy that I'm teaching, that I'm sharing you, was created for my 9-year-old daughter. 5 criteria. It had to be simple. It had to be safe. It had to be predictable. It had to be consistent. And there's no way she could possibly lose. That's the 5 criteria that me, as a father, had to have for my 9-year-old daughter. Why? If she lost money, she would cry. I would hear it from her. I'd feel terrible. But you know what's worse than that? I would hear it from the wife. I wouldn't be, and what are you doing teaching a baby? Oh, yeah. No. Had to be simple, safe. Income had to be predictable, consistent. There's no way she could lose. So I created this little strategy. It had to be simple. Once you talk about time decay, then you're going to get into the Black-Scholes pricing method. That's freaking confusing as hell. But decay is, in short, time value. Okay, so I do weekly, so I'm going to give it to you in weeklies. I buy a stock on Monday. I sell the option on Monday morning. First thing in the morning. First thing. I honestly do not care about the pennies. I really don't. If I get 1%, I don't care if it's 1%, 1 penny. I will not spend more time than I have to. 1% I'm perfectly comfortable with. Okay, some of the people in the morning trading groups, they like shaving that extra penny. They like to sit in front of the computer a little bit longer, get that extra penny or two. Fine, great. I don't. Okay, I'm at the point in my life where I prefer to watch the grass grow. All right, so time decay or option decay. Let's say hypothetically, Altria, we buy it at 43.70. Okay. I sell the right to buy it from me at 43.50. Okay, so that's Monday morning. As the days tick away, all right, as the days tick away, you have a few items inside of the option that makes up the option price. One is the stock price or the underlying price. Okay, at this moment it's 43.70. Next is the time decay. How much time you got from Monday morning till Friday afternoon, because you can't do any more trading until after Friday. After Friday at 4 p.m. Okay, time decay. Then you have the Delta, you have the Vega, you have the they have a bunch of Greeks. Delta, Vega, Row, and I think there's another one in there. But anyway, it's called the Black-Scholes pricing method for option. It's freaking confusing as hell. But I don't do it. I don't teach it only because this has to be simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. All right. So if you want to get into something more complex, you're going to have to join the morning group, and that I get into more depth. This here is simple. It's easy, and I'm sharing it for free. I'll answer the questions directly related to this strategy, not other ones. All right. So I hope that answered that question. Time decay, yep. Toker, value of the option goes down as it gets closer to expiration. So you guys answer the questions for me. DEA's only monthly options. All right, so we won't look at DEA. Sorry about that, dude. I'm going to cross that one off. Okay, I appreciate you doing that for me. That way I don't have to worry about it. JC Partner is the premium labeled as premium in the finance website. Some of them, you know, some have different labels for different things. Some call it buy right. Some call it covered calls. Some they have different names. You know, potato, same thing, but it sounds different. It's like you go, you know, every different country has a different name for water. It's just still water. But it's the same thing. You buy the stock, you sell someone the right to buy it from you using a call option. It's called a covered call, basic terms. I'm missing all these questions. How do I join? Oh, well, Kilo Oscar Fly. How do you join? You go over to the 10-minute trade. Oh, where is it? Okay. You're up here in the bio, right on my name. Okay. Hit the name. It'll take you to the10minutetrader.com. Right? The 10minutetrader.com gives you a little bit of background like that. A couple of videos showing some of the strategies. Basically the same thing you're seeing here. Okay, right there is the live trading. You can click on that, or you can click over on the Patreon. Okay, that will take you over to the Patreon, which you sign up if you want to join the you know, the morning group. Let's go back to where we were. Oops, wrong account. So I trade 5 accounts, so I only share 2 of them with you guys. Sorry, I'm nice, but I'm not that nice. Alright, that question's not for me. Okay, Gary T, what is the all position specific to which type of option call? Blah, blah. Okay, interesting. Okay, in up market, what about down markets? Stocks go down 1% every week for 20 weeks. Okay, Kivo Trader, I'm gonna point you back to rule number 1. Okay, rule number 1: never buy something you're not okay with owning for a long period of time, because you just might have to. Okay, now I'll give you a perfect example. Last year, I'll pull it right up for you. TGT. Target. Woohoo! We all know who Target is, right? All right. Target. Last year, I bought Target at 135. Okay? Now, remember, rule number 1. I don't mind buying Target. I bought Target, don't mind. Number 2, never sell at a loss. Never sell at a loss. Look at this. It dropped all the way down to 102. I still owned it. Okay? It came across. Okay? Here's where it killed me. The gap up. I was not expecting a $16 gap up. Now, when it went down, I was selling call strikes against it for a 5 strikes out of the money. What does that mean? Well, at the money, you get the highest rate of return. Once you go out of the money, the returns get less and less. I'll give you a cow scenario. I love my cow scenario. Okay, I bought my cow for 135 bucks. Okay, my cow was giving me 135 gallons of milk. Okay, 135 gallons of milk. All of a sudden it started dropping. Now she's only giving me 120. Now she's only giving me 115. Now she's only giving me 105. Now she's only giving me 102. Do I get rid of it? No. Okay, but I'm still selling the premiums against it. Now, I take a look at the daily movement. Okay, then I multiply it by 5, and that's a rough average of what it usually or could do on a weekly basis. So that's why I was looking 4 to 5 strikes out of the money. I was collecting 1/4%. Rather than a whole percent, 1/4%. Now, at this point in time, I was carrying 6 positions. So the one that was losing, the other 4 or 5 were compensating for it. Okay, hope that answers the question. AMT. Uh-oh, I just lost all those questions. Uh-oh, where are they? All right. Too complicated for this group. Sorry about that, Jose. It's not a dividend, but what about options? All right, we already looked at JD. Actually, we did JD this week, and JD did look rather nice. So let's look at JD again, real quick. JD. Whoops. JD. Here we go. All right, so JD a year ago was at the high of the year. Okay, and here's the bottom of the year. The first thing, I want to look at 4 things when I see a chart. Every chart, I want to see 4 things. What's the high? What's the low? Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? Okay, same thing with the 90-day chart. Hold on a second. So the high was a year ago, 45.11. She dropped down to a trading range, dropped down again to another trading range, finally bottomed out on the 22nd. Okay, the 22nd of January, and that bottom was 2082. Okay, last 90 days. First thing I want to see, what's the high? What's the low? Where was it? Where is it? Okay, high, low, where was it? Where is it? That's what I want to see. And that was 29.18, 90 days ago. Okay, 90 days ago, 29.18. The bottom of the 90-day period, 2082, and that was January 22nd. Okay, last 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago today. See how it always changes? The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Okay, so 30 days ago today, it opened up at 23.33. 4 days later, we're at the bottom. And that was the beginning of March. And that was 21.18. Now from 21.18, she gaps up once, gaps up twice, gaps up 3 times. Now, if you've been trading long enough, you know gaps have a tendency to fill. So these might fill eventually, but we don't know when. But she's been going sideways a little bit down. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 days to the upside. Okay, even though this was a down day, it still going towards the upside. All right, so we jumped into it last week, last Monday. Now, if I want to buy it this Monday, the last trade was 27.39. The bid, 27.56. The ask, 27.60. All right, so I could buy it at 27.60 come Monday morning. I can sell someone the right to buy it from me. The closest strike price is either going to be the 27.50 or the 28. Okay, the 28 is more than 1%. Okay, but I would prefer to go for 27.50 if the numbers work. Why? Because it's one strike in. Okay, it's already there. It doesn't have to move in order to hit it. It's easier. This is another reason why I like weeklies. It is easier to predict where it's going to be in the next 4 or 5 days than it is on a monthly where you're predicting where's it going to be in 4 weeks. Okay, I like the movement. Down, gap up, gap up, gap up, sideways, a little bit of a gap down to the upside. Now we're still challenging that 30-day high right here. So it could stay right where it is, continue going sideways, or it can go up a little bit more. Okay, it could also come down because there's a lot of, room down there. But let's see what the 27.50s look like. Okay, so the 27.50 at this moment in time is going for 43 cents. I know 43 cents doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm losing 10 cents right off the top. And what do I mean by that? I'm buying at 27.60 first thing Monday. I'm selling the 27.50s. I'm losing 10 cents right there. So I take 10 cents off of the premium. Premium's 43, but I'm losing 10 cents. I'm only collecting 33 cents. All right? So let's take the 33 cents and divide it by the purchase price, 27.50. Why not 27.60? Well, I already deducted the 10 cents. Okay? 27.5, and that gives you a grand total of 1.2%. I had no problem whatsoever buying JD again and collecting 1.2%. When does JD have their dividend? Well, JD has their dividend. Oh, where is it? Oh, wait a second. JD. Thursday. Okay, that Thursday coming up, and that is going to be a grand total of 76 cents. Do you know what that is? 76 cents? That's the dividend. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Okay, clear that. 0.76 divided by, what was the purchase price again? 27.50. 27, whoops, 27.5. And that's going to give me a grand total of 2.7. All right, so I'm collecting 2.7 on the dividend and 2 point something on the premium. That's close to 4% for the week. I'm going to say hell yeah for JD. Now, hold on a second. Okay, someone's going to say this. Okay, doesn't the stock drop after the dividend's paid out? Yes, it does. Now, I'm collecting 4% for the week next week. All right, the dividend and the premium. The stock's probably going to go down. So here's the question. Do you mind holding it until it recovers? Okay, that's why I want to go with the 27.50. I might even look at the 27. Okay, what is the 27 going to look like? Well, let's take a look. The 27 is a big fat no. Because at 27, you're collecting 67 cents. You're losing 60 cents right off the top, so you're collecting 7 cents. That's a no. Okay, so the 27.50 is going to give me over 1%, get the premium and the dividend over 4% for the week. Okay, do I mind holding it at 27.50? Well, let's go back to the chart again. Okay, look where the 27.50 is as compared to the high of the year. The high of the year, here's the trading range right here, where it was from May to mid-August. Okay, then she drops down to this trading range, which is right where we are now. Now, let's take a look at the seasonality. What does this thing normally do on a year-to-year basis? For that, we use the seasonality chart. Give us an idea how this stock, got to refresh this. There we go. For some strange reason, they keep thinking I disappeared because I'm just answering questions. This is what the seasonality chart looks like. The blue represents the movement for this year. Okay, it drops, goes sideways, peaks up. Okay, this is what it's done over the past 10 years. Now, this is just an average. That doesn't mean exactly what it's going to do. It just means that's what it's done as the average of the last 10 years. So what about the next 2 weeks? Basically, just going to go sideways for a little bit. I'm okay with that. Now, I don't mind holding JD for a while. Okay, I would like to know what the premium is going to look like for the week after, but you can't really, it doesn't really work that way. You know, because we're 3 weeks out, I can't see what it's going to be next week. I can't do that until next Friday. It is what it is. But JD is on the list, and it is circled for Monday's consideration. So I'm going to point that out because we have the dividend. Okay, that's that plus div. I'm going to write that down too. 4%. Ooh, I could do 4% nicely. That works for me. Okay, so that being said, next on the list is going to be Intel. Let me get some of these questions. This strategy is for those wanting to create an income stream. That's right, Jose. Decay is time decay. It's an extrinsic value of the option. Yep, theta. That was the other one, theta. I knew there was a bunch of Greeks in there. Hey, dividends are good for me. I'm boring. Oh, I'm buying $2.5 million home. All right, for you. Good for you, Ronnie. All right. This is a straightforward income strategy. Yes, it is, Jose. My elephant ride. Do you do any arbitrage trading? Yes, I do, but not on this channel. How do you trade futures? Not on this channel. Couldn't find you on Instagram. What's the name over there? Instagram. I think it's that 10-minute trader. But if you're having trouble finding on Instagram, hold on a second. Hey, Instagram is right there. Right there. Click on Instagram. It's opening. Give it a minute or two. And there it is. Oh, look at that. There's me doing live. Interesting. I wonder if I can watch myself. No, because I'm already signed in over here. Uh-oh, that wave. Do the wave. Hey. All right, yeah, so Instagram, you can go. These are all my social medias. It took me years to collect all that crap. Let's go back to where I was. Okay, couldn't find you there, blah, 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 blah. I'm missing all these questions. Sorry, guys. You're putting call. Uh-oh. Looks like a great opportunity. Thanks, Jose. Can you check out Apple? We are going to check out Apple. Go long on MSO. What the heck is MSO? MSO. Now, for those you guys don't know, I've been doing it for so long, I can basically tell what stock is what by looking at the ticker symbol. MSOS. Ooh, MSOS. I think we did that last week. MSOS. How long before dividend payment do you need to buy? You don't need to buy anything. Okay, it all comes down to a certain strategy, what you want to do. You want to collect the dividend, like dividend capturing. You buy it on or before the EX date. You capture the dividend. You jump out when it comes back and recovers. Greg Giles, sorry, duh. I have no idea what that means, but okay. Long on Super Micro for the next earning report? No. What's your best paying dividend stock at the moment? That's a good question. Bobby, let's go. I would say WBA. WBA, Walgreens, Macy's, Kohl's, General Motors, Comcast, and Emerson. All right, there they are right there. Okay, those are the best ones for me this year so far. All right, let's get to the next one. Next one would be Intel, INTC. INTC. Okay, interesting. 44. The 44 is going for, ooh, I like that. Awesome, thank you. Hey, not a problem. Do you hold Marathon? Okay, I need to have the ticker symbol. Marathon, isn't it M-A-R-A? No, isn't it? I don't know. I don't think so. Well, this means I haven't do it that long. What type of order do you place to open your call position? Limit, bid? I do the market order, Jeff. Is there a site for short gains? Okay, Belva to Tino, you're going to have to explain that in a little bit more detail for me. Why are you looking for short gains? I have no idea what you mean by short gains. A gain is a gain. Profit is a profit. Whether it's a penny, whether it's $1, whether it's $5, whether it's $50. Oh, you want to short stuff. Yeah, I don't do that. Okay, you're forgetting that the main focus of this strategy. It was created for a 9-year-old. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. If you close a long position after the EX date before distribution, okay, the person, oh, you've been here before. There's 4 dates you need to remember when it comes to dividends. What coin can I buy? You can buy anything you want. I don't do coins. Sort, LOL, not short, SORT. Okay, oop, another one over here on Instagram. Hey, how you doing? Woohoo. Okay, so 4 dates you need to remember when it comes to dividend stocks. 4. Okay, one is the announcement date. That's when they announce it. Number 2 is the EX date. That's the last day the stock trades before the dividend's paid out. The third one would be the date of record. If you own the stock on the date of record, you are entitled to the dividend. If you sell it right thereafter, doesn't matter. Date number 4 is the payment date when they sell payments. Shorting divs by percentage gain. Yeah, sorry, dude, I don't do that. Okay, I look at how often do they pay their dividends. That's it. That's my only concern. Okay, if they increase their dividends every single year, I really don't care about what the yield is, because yield doesn't mean anything to me. The longest I've ever held anything, I've been trading for over 20 years. The longest I've ever held anything is 9 months, and that was last year. And that's not because I wanted to. All right, we're looking at Intel. Let's take a gander at Intel. All right, Intel. First thing I want to see, the high, the low, where was it, where is it? Okay, high, low, where was it, where is it? Okay, so a year ago, Intel opened up at $29.77. The high of the year, $51.07, and that was the end of December. The low, I skipped it, was the end of May, and that was $26.91. Okay, so last 90 days. Okay, that's the last 3 months. What did you do 3 months ago? 3 months ago was the 90-day high. Okay, high, low, where was it, where is it? That's what I want to see. High, low, where was it, where is it? Okay, the high was 50.87. Okay, a little bit gap down there, up, down, up, down. Look at this. Okay, now you're going to hear me say a few things over and over and over again. So what's your strategy? New here, short term, in and out? Exactly. Short term, in and out. Think of it as scalping. All right, I only want 1%. James made 11% in the last 3 weeks. Ooh, awesome. Good for you. Premium dividend selling right out of the money. James, that's awesome. Good for you. All right, so you'll hear me say this often. You see this run up here? I'm gonna close into it so you can get a good look at it. Okay, 90 days ago to right here. Whoa. It doesn't look that dramatic now, does it? Okay, so 90 days ago, here we are, comes down, goes back up. Look at it from this bottom here. Seems like a self-gainer. Yeah. Hello. Hey, Lone Wolf. What's happening? Hey, Lone Wolf, you want to chat later on? I got some really cool stuff. Hey, I don't know why, but I trust this guy's knowledge. Well, love the strategy. Thanks. Marcus, you know what? Don't believe me. Don't say a word. I'm full of shit. I'm so full of shit, my eyes are brown. Okay? Does what I say make sense? Okay? Ask yourself the exact same question. I'm just reading the numbers. That's all I'm doing, giving you my opinion, what I would do. Okay? You should always do your own due diligence. Never trust anybody online. We all lie. Really. Look at the numbers. Okay? Last traded price, the bid, the ask. These are all numbers you can look up yourself. Okay, you do your math. I'm not no trick stuff. Okay, the ask right here is what I can buy it for first thing Monday, 44.17. The 44s are going for $1.04. That's over 2%. Okay, do the math. But do you like Intel? Okay, now I'm not asking about Joe's Pizza, Sally's Shoes. I'm not talking about Tony's tree trimming. None of that bullshit. This is Intel, INTC. They've been around. They've been increasing their dividends for decades. Okay, so either you like the company or you don't. 5 simple rules: never buy something you do not want to own long term. Okay, do you like Intel? Do you like buying Intel and holding on to it, collecting that nice fat premium that's coming up and the dividend that follows after that? Only risk is, what if the trade tanks and gains less than losses? Okay, so Bold Bot Tina, I'm going to refer you back to rule number 1. Rule number 1, and I don't know how many times I got to say this over and over again. Never buy something you do not want to hold long term, regardless of what these numbers tell you. Okay, pretend they don't even exist. Do you like Intel? Okay, do you believe in the company? Do your research. Check out who's in charge. What's the cash flow? What is their persistence on increasing their dividends? Okay, look at all the information before you buy anything. Do your own due diligence. Do you like Intel? Do you mind owning it? Okay. Now, I don't want to own anything. The longest I've ever owned anything was 9 months. I like to get in. I like to get out. I like to make my profit. Say thank you very much. I'll see you in 90 days. Why 90 days? Because they pay their dividend every 90 days. Okay. But please do your own due diligence. I don't suggest anything. I just read numbers. Okay, you guys are suggesting shit. Okay, I take a look at all these. This is from yesterday, and this is from today. Okay, I will take a look at them. I'll give you my opinion. Okay, if it's garbage, I'll tell you it's garbage. In my opinion, if it's something you guys like and you want to do, fine, do it. But to answer your question, the only risk is, what if the trade tanks? It's a good question. And the gains are less than the losses. Well, number 1, never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Number 2, never sell at a loss. Okay, now I bought a Target last year at 135. That sucker dropped all the way down to 102. But as she's falling down to 102, I'm selling the premiums. Okay, it was at 135, I sold the 135s. It was at 131, I was still selling 135s. It was at 129, I dropped down to 134. It was at 124, I dropped it down to 130. Okay, when it dropped down to 102, I was selling the 110s. I was still bringing in something. But I got my ass burned because it was at 110 and it jumped up to 126. It jumped 16 points overnight. Okay, so yeah, it could happen. All right, but in the long run, I just about broke even, a little tiny bit above on Target last year. Okay, I had a big fat chunk, but I broke even with Target. Good thing I had other positions carrying it. But yeah, you're right. There is the risk. Okay, but there's also a risk in the world ending. World War III starting. There's a risk in everything. There's a risk of not getting out of bed. There's a risk of staying in bed. There's a risk of staying at home. There's a risk of not going out. Risk is everywhere. You have to ask yourself the question. Number 1, do you like the company? Okay, never buy something you do not plan on holding for a long period of time, because you just might have to. That's why I only do stocks that have 20 years or more of increased dividends. Because if a stock goes down, at least I'm getting higher and higher dividends. Okay, and it has weekly options, so I can sell premiums against it. Okay, granted, as a stock falls, I won't be getting 1% because I won't be following it down that close. I'll go 4 or 5 strikes out of the money. I'll give you an example. Intel right here. At the money is $1.04. Okay, that's a nice premium. 1 strikeout, 80 cents. 2 strikes out, 60 cents. 3 strikes out, 44 cents. 5 strikes out, 32. 6 strikes out, 23. 7 strikes out, 17. And it goes further and further and further. So as the stock drops, you're still getting a premium, but it's less than what's desirable. But you have that option of doing it. That's why I like stocks like Intel. Intel is on my list. Now, you see all this stuff that you guys suggest for me to take a look at? I can tell you about 90% of all this stuff is not on my list. Okay, you guys do every once in a while throw out something that is on my list. But for the most part, some of the stuff you give me, I'll take a look at it for you, and I'll say no. Okay? But that's why I only stick with stocks that have increased dividends for 20 years or more. If the stock goes down, I want to be reassured that I'm continually getting paid. All right, let's keep going. I hope that answered that question for you. Intel is solid. Okay, where was I? I missed that one. See, I miss these questions. James is the only guy that will give you a great strategy. Patreon member. Yep, Lone Wolf. Thank you for that. Mike Burry from Wish. I don't know what that is. James, do you care that Intel cut their dividends last year? Well, 86. I do. To be totally honest with you, I do cut slack for some companies. You missed Intel. It was in February. Well, I didn't say I was buying it. I didn't. And INTC. Yeah, no, see, INTC is not on the circle list for Monday. So, no, it's not on my list for Monday. But, yeah, sometimes I will let things slide. Now, Apple does not have 20 years of increased dividends. So then why am I looking at it? It's on Warren Buffett's list. That's why I'm looking at Apple. Thoughts on Tesla? Tesla's a big fat no, because Tesla doesn't pay out dividends. I really like Marathon. Won't sell. All right, Netfish, you got to give me the ticker symbol, because Marathon is not one of those I trade consistently, so I don't know the ticker symbol off the top of my head. I don't think it has. No, Tesla doesn't. Making pretty good on it. Have tripled my investment. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, but like I said at the very beginning, I'm 60 years old. I do not want to buy anything and wait for it to double or triple. SHIB, that's a big fat no. Sorry. But if you want me to look at it and reconfirm why it's a big fat no, I will. SHIB. NVIDIA, absolutely not. Just for the fun of it, let's take a look at this. INVD. Uh-oh. Oh, NVDA. NVDA. All right. Now, does this look familiar to anyone? 250 to 900. Does that look familiar to anyone besides me? Anyone? Should put what's on JGT. Yeah, whatever. Okay, Xavier. Okay, Netfish. Does this look familiar to anyone besides me? Okay, see it? 250 a year ago, 900 now. Does it look familiar to anyone besides me? GameStop? No, not really. I'm thinking of the gold rush from 1979 to 1980. Does anybody remember that? Anyone? Nobody remembers the gold rush of 1979 to 1980? Gold was at 250. Okay? I think it was in February. In February or January of 1980, it was at 700 or 780 or something like that. Freaking brain. But the chart looks the exact same. Before I was born. Well, just show you how old I am. Well, anyway, the gold rush of the 1980s looks exactly like this. Okay? A year ago, 250, and went up to 800 and something. Okay, now the people who bought it up here, okay, people who bought it up here had to wait 30 years. I hear you all talking about Tesla. Take a look at this TSLY. So, yeah, no. MPC. MRO and what was that one? MPC. That's another no. How much percentage do you make per week, and how many stocks do you employ the strategy on? Okay, well, smelly Bella. George, hold on a second. What are we talking about here? All right. I have 5 different accounts. I'm about to pick up a 6th one. I do trade for people if they meet certain criteria. Number 1 criteria is you have to meet me face to face. So, before I forget, okay, thoughts on how Fed is handling the inflation? Yeah, stay focused. Thank you for that. What was I saying? Oh, back here. My opinion on NVIDIA. This looks the exact same as the gold rush from 1980. Okay, the people who bought it up here had to wait 30 years. Not 3 or 4 weeks, not 3 or 4 months, not 3 or 5. No, 30 years to break even. You honestly think that thing's going to continue to double or keep going up like that? More power to you. What about clean energy fuels? Yeah, no. Stop asking questions. Okay, what are you thinking about the top stockholders of BlackRock selling their shares? And yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I have no idea why they're doing it. Okay, all I know is that no matter what happens in the economy, all right. Now, if you guys do your history, do some history, do some research, you will notice that some of the companies I invest in are over 100 years old. Okay, you got Procter & Gamble, Colgate, Palmolive, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Procter & Gamble, Home Depot, Lowe's, so on and so forth. Over 100 years old. You take a look at the history. We've been through a bunch of crap in the last 100 years. Okay, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Gulf crap, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, all that bullshit. Then you had the stock market crash at 29. You had the Great Depression. You had the oil embargo in the 70s. You had the market crash in 87. You had the crash again in the 20s. You had the crash again in 21 with the pandemic. Yeah, Home Depot is over 100 years old. Okay, you had all this bullshit happening. Yet you have a handful of companies that have continued to increase their dividends consistently through the pandemic, through the financial crash of 08, and it's still paying higher and higher dividends. Okay, so no matter what happens in the economy, I cannot. If you guys can picture it, more power to you. I cannot picture Coca-Cola not making Coca-Cola anymore. I can't picture people not needing toothbrush, toothpaste, paper towels, toilet paper. I just don't see it. Now, some of the crap, yeah, I don't get into that crap. And that's one of the main reasons why I don't. Okay, pass, no worries. I want an interesting rising while Fed lowers their rates. Not since 74. Yeah. What do you think about NYCB? I actually have some NYCB. It was one of those flukes. Now, I didn't get it because it's a good dividend payer. No, not at all. I got it because it was one of those joke trades. It's like, hey, look at this, coming down. Oh, we have this. What's his name? Came in and bought it. Okay, great. Let's see what he does with it. Great grandpa owned original AT&T. Now it's like 12 stocks. I can't help you out with that one. Hey, Mike. Holy cow. For you guys, in case you're wondering, Mike right here, who just signed in, just got here, a little late. Very first one to sign up for the monthly trading strategies. The morning trading strategies. Very first one. And he's still here. You should ask him how much he got in return for the week. For the quarter. He's doing rather well. What are your thoughts on majoring in business quantitative analysis? Wow. Okay. What's the job market for that type of a title? Why do it? What is the purpose? What do you want to be when you get older? Blue Razor. Oh, yeah, Mike. Mike's there. He's a super nice guy. He'll answer all the questions for you. All right. Rosa Kiss Fist. First time here. Summarize what you invest in to receive dividends. Well, Rosa, I look at pre-qualified dividend stocks. How do I call them? Well, how do I categorize them as pre-qualified? Well, they have to have 20 years or more of increased dividends. That means every year, higher and higher and higher and higher dividends consistently. Okay, now, out of 9,500 stocks in the stock market, there's only about 150 that fit that list. And they got to have, cool, who was playing, who won, and did you play? I love playing hockey. Weekly options. Got to have weekly options available too. So weekly options and 20 years of increased dividends. That's it. This guy is one of the few online that is the real deal. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know why? You want to honestly know why? I have been buying shit online for decades. Okay, people, I will sit there in a what do you call it? One of those webinars. I'll sit there for 45 minutes. All they do is hype, hype, hype. You buy my program, you're gonna get this. You buy my program, you're gonna get that. But I'm giving you this stuff for free. If you guys aren't happy with 50% a year, then you're definitely not gonna like the other stuff I have up my sleeve. Okay? But anyway, yeah, we have a morning trading group. I'm just looking for a few more people to do a morning trading group. Now, I've been doing this live since the beginning of January. So this is about like 90 days of this every day, 2.5 hours, 3 hours. I'm finding it fun. I'm retired. I need something to keep my mind fresh. And I'm looking for a group of people that want to get together every morning, make trades, help each other out, support each other. You can ask some of the people here in the audience. I don't know why they keep coming back. They already know everything. I'm just repeating the same stuff over and over again. But they keep coming back. Winner 86, he's been here for a while. Michael, he's been here for a while. Mike's been here for a while. Jen, she's been here for a while. G Niles, he's been here for a while. You Can Do 4, he's been here for a while. Oh, a bunch more. Jose just signed up. Hey, there's Jen. Yeah. Now, Jen, for her very first trade, hit a triple play. Fucking pissed me off. Okay, her very first trade, right out the gate. What's a triple play, you ask? Well, she collected a premium, she collected a dividend, and she collected the difference between the purchase price of the stock and the premium in which she sold, and the strike price which she sold the stock for. Her very first one. Good for you, Jen. Hey, Chief, how you doing? Hey, Zindabad. Cool beans. It was a nice job. Yeah, it's because you helped. Yeah, I did. And I feel bad about making you feel bad about that trade last week, but you did 2.3% last week. Okay? Jen did 2.3% last week alone. Sorry I missed your call today. Russ, it happens. Like I say, DM me with your number. I'll give you a buzz. You want to chat? Fine. I got nothing to hide. Hey, Mike, what did you do last week? Need stock for Monday, have lots of cash. Oh, interesting thing. This hardly ever happens. Reggie's been there for a while. Good to hear you helping out my fellow Canadians. Yep, CVS on the list. Yeah, CVS is on the list. I don't know if it's on the list for this week, though. I like Walgreens better than CVS. Can a beginner join your morning trade group? Yes, they can. Okay, because we're basically here to help each other out. Now, I have a bunch of different trading strategies. It doesn't really matter how much money you start with. You can start with $50. You can start with $500,000. Doesn't really matter. Okay, now, Jen, winner 86, as long as I don't have to pay the fiddler. All right. I prefer Walgreens. They got through their struggle and are still working at Walgreens. Cool. Geez, WBA, ALB, KSS, sold, Ford. Yep. Mike, yeah, I sold everything. Very rarely does that happen. I had 7 positions in one account. Everything got sold this week. Okay, I had 6 positions in another account. Everything but 1 sold. What's your position on O? O is a no. You like that? O is a no. Reason being, O is a monthly. Let's go to O for a second, just to explain to you why I don't do monthlies. All right? Okay, so here we go. O, a year ago today, 61.97. The high of the year, 64.22. The low of the year, 44.99. Okay? The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? It's in a perfect position right now to buy. But let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, 90 days ago, we were at 58.61. A couple of days later, at the high of the 90-day period, 59.85. The low of the 90-day period was the 1st of March. That was 50.90. Now, the last 30 days, 52.15. Okay. Cub and handle information yet. What's your number 1 dividend stock to hold? Blah, blah, blah. JW, what's looking good? Blah, blah, blah. Have a good night, everyone. And the in-laws, cool beans. Tell them I said hi. Do you run algo? Nope. Sorry, Michael. That's a no. All right, so 30 days ago, we're at 52.19. The bottom of the 30-day period, 50.90. The high of the 30-day period, 54.20. Ooh, DVN. I like DVN. DVN. Okay, so here you go. This is a chart for 30 days. Okay, The last trade was 54.10. The bid, 54.38. The ask, 53.38, 54.18. So I'm looking at the 55s. Okay, that's the closest one. The 55s, 50 cents. Okay, the closest strike price is 55, and it's going for 50 cents. That's not even 1%. Not even 1% for a month. Then you have to take that 1% and divide it by 4, because it's 4 weeks in a month. So you're getting less than 1% for a month. So you're not getting, a 0.5%. You're getting 0.25% per week. Okay, that's why I don't do monthlies. And that's why I don't like O. O is crappy, in my humble opinion. 12.5%, Jose. Yeah, that sucks, in my humble opinion. If I join your Patreon, do I get to look over your shoulder and make the same trades? Okay, now that's a good question. Now, the way I do my morning group is we have a Zoom call, okay, and you see my computer just like this on your computer. Okay, I do my trades. The very first 15 or 20 minutes is is my podcast. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, the podcast. Okay, now if you look here, there's over 800 of these. Okay, I just love Mondays. Macy's went crazy. Oh, look, Friday, 3:30, market is hot with anticipation. What happened to Macy's? Carry over 3M WAB. Now what? Oh, nice week again. Can this keep going? Blah, blah, blah. You see over 800 entries. So the first part, oops, wrong account. Keep going to the wrong account. The first part of the meeting is me doing my trades. So if you have the desire to do exactly what I'm doing, that's up to you. I do not tell people what to do. I do not encourage people what to do. The only thing I do is I show you the numbers and I answer questions. Okay, so I take a look at O, right? I show you exactly what the chart is. This is exactly what it was 30 days ago. This is the 30-day low. Okay, there's no other thing lower than that one. There's nothing higher than this one. Okay, then you come over to here. Okay, this is the trade grid. The last trade. It is what it is. You have the bid, the ask, the volume, the open, the high, the low. You can get these from any financial website, those numbers. Okay, this is from Thinkorswim, which is part of Charles Schwab. Okay, you can get this anywhere. Okay, so here are the strike prices for Realty Income Corp REIT. Right now, the price is $54.18. If I wanted to buy it, $54.18. The closest one is the 55. It's going for 50 cents. That's not even 1%. And that I have to hold it for a month. Okay, I get my 50 cents right off the top. Great, fine, dandy, 1%. 1% a month is 12% a year. Why would I do that when I have companies like, Target, Signature, Able Mall, Apple, JD, Applied Materials, Paramount, AGNC, all these companies paying me 1% per week. Okay, it's 150 companies that fit my criteria. You want access to those? You got to join the group. Now, I share this information here for free. I'm a nice guy, but I'm really not that nice. Really. Okay, I have an ulterior motive. You guys want to do this, take it away, and get your 1%? Hey, fine, dandy. I created this for my 9-year-old daughter. Have you looked at copper? No. Hey, Rocco, did you buy any companies that aren't going under business yet? No. 1% per week. Okay. Raul Lopez. Yeah, 1% per week. There's 52 weeks in a year. That's over 50% per year. Safe, secure, predictable, and consistent. What's your ulterior motive? My ulterior motive is to find a group of people that want to sit and do these trades on a daily basis. We jump on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday between 9:15 a.m. and 10:15 a.m. It's about an hour. Okay, we do all our trading. 150 ideal companies. Do you trade in and out within these? Yeah, all the time. Kenneth, how you doing? Amazing. Oh, thanks, Luke. So yeah, my ulterior motive, I want to get a group of people. I like to talk about stocks. I do. DM me your number. I'll call you. You can ask a lot of people here. You leave your number, I will call you. Okay? It may not be the most convenient time that I call. Pick up my phone, I see a number there, I call it. I assume you make money advising these people, which is fair. I don't advise anyone. Really don't. I don't. I take a look at the numbers. I read the numbers. Okay? I read the numbers. Oh, the last price was 54.10. It is what it is. You can get someone from second grade. What's the last number? 54.10. Okay? Which direction is this going? That's going up. It's simple. So what's the timing on buying and receiving dividends? Okay, very rarely will I get a dividend. Okay, I don't buy for the dividends. I consider the dividend as a consolation prize, cherry on top, ulterior. If the stock goes down, well, at least I'm getting a higher dividend. Best high yield risk dividend stocks. Can't help you out with that one. Okay, so I buy on Monday mornings. Okay, and I sell the option on Monday morning. So I do all my trading on Monday. I'm from Trinidad. Can I join your group? Yes, you can. Now, interesting thing about you being from Trinidad, you could open up an account as an, what do you call it? Hold on a second. As a resident alien, and you don't have to pay taxes in the U.S. You might have to pay taxes where you're from, but not here. What platform do most people in your morning group use trade? I have Fidelity. All right, I do Thinkorswim. That's the only one I do. Okay, everything is right there. You got the 90-day, you got the 1 year chart, 90-day chart, a 30-day chart. I can go down the 1 minute chart, I can go to the 5 minute chart, and the seasonality charts there. And I have the calendar. The calendar's right here. It tells me exactly when the stocks are paying the dividends. It's all readily available to me, all at my fingertips. I love it. I've been using it for over 20 years. I also use Fidelity. I don't know Fidelity. I can't tell you about Fidelity. SOXL is an ETF, and that's a big fat no. I don't do ETFs. Not a single ETF I've ever seen has paid over 30%. Do you usually try to enter position 1 or 2 weeks out from the dividend? Yes, I do. Okay, great. I will message you. Cool. You know, the funny thing is, a lot of people say they'll message me, but they don't. 4 people sent me their phone numbers yesterday. 4. So I talked to 3 of them. One of them just went to voicemail. Whatever works for you. I use Robinhood. I actually have Robinhood also. What do you think about Tesla? Tesla's a big fat no. They don't pay dividends. Sorry. Ronaldo, you already messaged me. All right. Well, if you're up, would you like me to call you tonight or tomorrow? It's 10:30 now. I'm usually on for another hour because the wife usually comes out at 11:30 to have her midnight cigarette and then she goes back to bed. All right, so we can go on to another stock. Now let's go take a look at another. We looked at Intel. I liked Intel. However, they don't have the dividend coming up, so I'm probably not going to do Intel. TSM. Company I work for gives me stock every year. Need to leverage it for higher returns. Cool. BTC. Ranger. No. So you rarely collect dividends, but if you have to hold long term is the reason for the dividends. Exactly. See, it didn't take long. This was created for a 9-year-old. It didn't take you long to figure it out. Tomorrow's good for me. I'll drop you my contact. Cool, that works. Is there one sole purpose that a company offers dividends? Well, here's the story about dividends. Okay, you may not know this. It's in, I think, 1 or 2 of my books. Is there a sole purpose? Okay, so the stock market got its origins in the late 1590s. Okay, the late 1590s. A bunch of businessmen over, I forget what the heck they were, over in Europe somewhere. They got together and they wanted to create the biggest company the world had ever seen. So what did they do? They created this cool idea of sharing the profits. Okay, sharing the profits with the investors. Okay, so they actually went door to door. Can you imagine this? Businessmen going door to door. Excuse me, sir, would you like to buy some stocks, some shares and certificates? We guarantee we'll share the profits with you. Webull plus 500, good option to invest. Yeah, I have no idea. I cannot tell you that. Okay, so they literally went, yeah, Ranger, no. Okay, please, I'm going to ask you nicely. No more crypto. I don't do crypto and I will block you. Okay, I do not do crypto. Until I can go to Starbucks and buy a cup of coffee with my Bitcoin, it's a no. shareholders door knocking like Amway. Yeah, funny thing was, okay, so VOC was the very first dividend stock company. They promised to share the profits with their investors. Now, funny thing is, they kept true to their promise. They paid an average, you ready for this? An average of 18% per year for 198 years before they went bankrupt and belly up because of greed and corruption and all that kind of crap. Give people money and power and they'll just freaking bury themselves. Just like what happened here in our government. I think I'm falling in love with this guy. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Have you seen the video of that guy? He calls up, hey, I'm looking for a husband. No, not a gay thing. I think just 2 incomes. We can get all these toys, all shit. All you get the income. I love that video. It was cool. Dang, that's a serious game. Yeah, 18% per year for 198 years. Now, they finally went belly up because of corruption. You give people money and power, they're going to corrupt themselves. Yeah. So anyway, that was the very first company to offer dividends to the masses. Okay. Before then, you had to be, someone of influence in order to be able to do that. Started maxing out my Roth IRA last year at age 29. Am I 29? Please. You want to trade? I'm 60. I'll be 29 with your problems any day. I'd love to go back and start over again at 29. Shit, the world's your oyster. Anyway, yeah, just sit back, relax, watch what's happening, see if it makes sense to you. So this is more long-term game. No, not really. I'm 60 years old. I don't want my nest egg to slowly dwindle. Yeah, 29 is a baby. Yeah, I remember 29 was my favorite birthday ever. Okay, so I'm 60 years old. I live very comfortably off of my 1% per week. That's why I came up with it, and that's why I'm sharing it. The main reason why I'm sharing it, because I think the little guy has been screwed long enough. Okay, I'm sharing this information for free. Okay, I'm just looking for those that want to get together and share it together. Don't lie, ask questions, whatnot. That's why I'm doing it. But other than that, you don't really need me for anything else. All the information's right there. Good quality stock, get it at the right time, make sure the premium's right, make sure the number's right, and go from there. But honestly, I'm looking for people who want to get together. I call up these guys, they call me up, and we just chat because we like talking stocks and making money. Okay? 29, I was trading the CBOT 30 years, bond, pit back. Oh, wow. Then, not only back then, you can do it again. Yeah, that'd be nice. What a decent amount of USD would you say to start with? All right, I can't answer that question. Okay, because my grandson started his account with $100. I forget what it was. Really small amount. 1% is about 50% per year. That's correct. What's wrong with that? Well, for some people, it's not enough. And that's one thing. Yeah, I know. I love finances, but I have no idea about trading stocks. Just have 401k. Yeah, I definitely. Okay, you have a 401k. All right. Roast Kiss Frist. All right, that's an interesting name. Okay, you have a 401k. This is take this for what you want. Now, you have seen the Federal Reserve bailing out banks, bailing out companies, bailing out this, bailing out that over the past couple of decades. All right, so what do you think they're going to do next? Now, they've already had this conversation. It's not called a bailout where the Federal Reserve comes and prints up some more money. No, the next thing on the list is what they call a bail-in. Bail-in. Where do they get that money from? The 401k. Read the fine print. Okay? You're giving your money for someone else to take care of. I can tell you right off the top of my head, nobody has more interest in your money than you. If you don't take control of your money, then you are subject to whatever bullshit they share out to you. Okay, BNRKS. Okay. I'm 51, need serious help. I send you my info to TikTok. Okay, fine. Hey, you send me your number, I'll give you a buzz. Invest or trade. Does that go for Roth IRA too? It depends on how your Roth IRA is being held. Now, when it ever comes time to that, I always tell people talk to a tax strategist, not a tax planner, not a tax preparer, not a bookkeeper, not an accountant, a tax strategist. This is someone who reads and sleeps and regurgitates that freaking book. like it's, I don't know, Star Spangled Banner or whatever, but knows all the loopholes, everything. How you hold your account and how you trade your account is going to directly impact how much taxes you pay, or if you pay any taxes at all. Why does Warren Buffett pay less taxes than his secretary? I have 2 Roth IRAs. Okay, one for you, one for the wife. Which platform is good to you for us to start? I like Thinkorswim. Okay, I have Thinkorswim and I have Robinhood. I love Robinhood. It's cool, but Robinhood has a couple glitches to it. All right, so should we get back to look at some more? Guys, just want to keep asking questions. I'm good either way because there's no trading today, no trading tomorrow, no trading Sunday. Do you think the stocks are better than a 401k for a full-time employee? I won't recommend it. Well, Corey, I don't like dividends. It's low yield. Okay, so you're new here because apparently you don't like dividends. Then you're not getting 50% a year or even 30% per year. You're looking at the wrong strategy. Corey, I can't give you advice on that. However, if you have an employee that is matching your 401k, great, take advantage of it. However, I would also like to ask, where is that 401k money going? And can you have access to it? Meaning, can you trade it? Can you take it? How long does it have to sit in that account for you to be eligible for that match? If you're getting a 50-50 match, like you put in a buck, he puts in a buck, great, that's a 100% return. Take advantage of it. But how long does it have to sit in that 401k before you can take it out and move it off to a Roth IRA somewhere else in your own control? Because if you're controlling your own money, you can make as much as you want. But as long as someone else isn't controlling it for you, you're stuck with whatever crap they give you. If you ever heard Susie Orman talk, Susie Orman, everybody loves her. I don't know why. She'd come out and tell, yep, I used to work for this company and this company. We used to sell them garbage. Okay, the manager, come on, you guys got to sell this bullshit. And we had to get on the phone. We sold this one. We sold shit. It's like, I couldn't do that. Honestly, I couldn't. I'm honest with you. I'm saying, hey, these companies all have increased their dividends for 20 years or more. The only downside is that you have to hold on to them or the premium, whatever. But my 401k is just gonna be $500 dividend. 401k could be VOO. Yeah, I hate VOO. That's just an ETF. I'm getting 4%, and I can keep it in my 401k as long as I work at the job, roll it over if needed. Yeah, yuck. That's 401. That's 4% per year. Okay, I just showed it a trade a couple of minutes ago. It was a 4% trade for a week. You're doing 4% for a year. Think of all the things you're missing. Apple share is paying 0.5% yield. I can get better in a savings account at the bank. Yeah, you can. Fidelity 401k lets me set up my brokerage link account where I can buy dividend stock. Al, that's freaking awesome. But all 401s don't do that. A 4% match? Is that per month? That per week? That per year? What is that? Like, is that 4% of your, what do you call it? 4% of your salary? Now, is a 50-50 match, like you put in one and they give you one? Hidalgo, just get, hey, thank you for that, Hidalgo. Oh, I like that movie. That was a good movie. Joel, that was a good movie. Hidalgo, I like that movie. 100% match up to 4%. Well, then that should be your limit. Your limit should be 4% of what your income is. They give you a 100% match. And then you find out how long do they have to control your money before you can move it to your own IRA, Roth IRA. I'm looking at shorting Apple shares. Your thoughts? I don't do shorting and I don't teach that kind of stuff, especially not here. I teach one strategy here and that's it. All right, do you plan your next weeks based on X dividend dates? Yep. I won't do Comcast again because I already did it. I already got the money out of them. Yeah, so I only put in 4% as well. But yeah, but you can take your money and put it elsewhere. Okay, when Warren Buffett started, do some research on him. I think the man put in 70% of his income. 70% of his income. Was that the movie with Owen Wilson? I don't know. What strategy do you teach? I only teach dividend capturing. Not dividend capturing. What was the other one? Covered call. It's kind of like a combination of dividend capturing and covered call put together, merger. I call it dividend capturing 2.0. All right, shall we look at something else? Oh, yes, honey. 10:30. TSM. How much time does one need to follow this strategy and implement it? Well, I used to catch too. 1974, I was catcher in the Little League team, and we went undefeated. We got a trophy because we went undefeated because we freaking deserved it, not because we participated. We went undefeated the whole year, not a single loss. We got a trophy for that, and I still have that trophy to this day. Okay, I didn't get no participation trophy. WB started collecting Coke bottles and invested every penny. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right, so let's get to the next one. Next one is going to be TSM. All right. TSM. All right, so with the example of O, okay, the realty investment income, blah, 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 you see why I don't do monthlies? Monthlies just don't have the same pay. No, I just don't do them. Not worth my while. All right, TSM, 136. Ooh. Oh, I said, ooh, see that?
That's always a good sign.
Yeah. 136.31. Okay, the closest strike price is the 136. 136 is going to 11. That's over 1%. Let's take a look at the chart, see what the chart tells us. First thing we want to see, what's the high? What's the low? Where was it? Where is it? Okay, high, low, where was it? Where is it? That's the 1 year chart. Now I want to take a look at the 90-day chart because I like that. Can I try it in every country? All right, Ferris, if you're in a different country, you might have to use what's called a VPN. That's a, what do you call it? What's a VPN? A virtual private network. JD is next week, but the high IV probably too risky. No. All right, foosball. Okay, I like JD because you take a look at JD. JD is a possible 4%er next week. I sell puts on JD. Well, good for you, Rocco. Okay, anyway. TSM, Taiwan Semiconductors, $1.36. Alrighty. So let's take a look at the chart. A year ago, we were sitting at 92.59. Oh, honey, by the way, Jen says hi. She's not here anymore. She already left. She's over at the in-laws. Can you do one-on-one coaching? Yes, I do. Hey, Mikey G. Nice of you to show up.
Mikey.
How much to join your class? All right, there's three different levels. There's $50 a month, $100 a month, and $500 a month. $500 a month is for one-on-one coaching. Yeah, there's only a limited amount of those. So if you're really serious, that's what you want. But if you're okay, $100 a month. Okay, you can join us every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, 9:15 to 10:15. We do all the trades. Ask as many questions as you want. Blah blah blah. Monday and Friday are the most important days. Monday we do the buying. Friday we balance out everything, make sure everything's okay. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's only because I do the podcast every single day. Great week. They did assignment day 2.5. Fucking Mikey, nice for you. Way to go. How do you feel about CFA designation? I have no idea what that is. What do you think about 10% average yearly ROI on active day trading? Yeah, good luck to you. I get 1% per week. You want to do 10% a year? Good for you. I like social media. So do I. What time is podcast? The podcast, all right, what will I be learning? Well, you'll be learning exactly what we do here. You get to actually see all my trades as I do them. Okay, after I do them, you can ask whatever questions you want. You have a whole shitload of questions, I'll be there and answer them all.
Which is why the dishes aren't done.
Which is, the wife said, which is why the dishes aren't done. They'll get done. We get done when they get done, All right, so we're on TSM. Okay, a year ago, 92.59. The bottom of the year is 81.21, and that was the end of April of last year. I just heard the boss's voice. Yes, you did. Well, go do the dishes. Yeah, I'll do the dishes when I'm done. It's like what Sam Elliott said. Remember Sam Elliott? I'll get plenty of sleep when I'm dead.
which will be sooner rather than later if the dishes don't get done.
All right. The high of the year is 158.24, and that was just a couple of weeks ago. She's waiting for the Heinz dividend week.
Fuck you, you fucking.
You didn't say it loud enough. Wade didn't hear you. She has some choice words for you, Wade. Yeah. I would connect my husband to you. Yep, time. Your wife is hysterical.
You don't know the alphabet.
Yeah. All right, so anyway, the high of the year, 158.24. Let's take a look at the last 90 days. Last 90 days ago today, we opened up at 105, the 90-day double bottom. Do you have 2 or more years of trading performance to present before people do your classes? Ooh, I love when people ask questions like this.
For 20 years.
Hold that thought. I love when people ask me questions like this. Let's get out of here. Let's go right to here. Let's go, YouTube channel. Woohoo! Okay, videos. Here we go. Oldest. Oh, here's one of my favorites. 12 years ago. This is my daughter. She's the original 10-minute trader.
Seriously. By picking just one company per month, just one. January, February, March, that's 12. 12. You can buy 12 companies for the whole year and still make 20%. It's easy. One trade a month. Who can't do one trade a month? But you want to bump it up a little bit? Let's do 2 trades a month. 20 in January, maybe 2. 1 every 10 days. Okay, so you get 2 January, 2 February, 2 March. Blah, 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 blah. 24 for the whole year. And if you get at least 2%.
Okay, that was 12 years ago. Now, if I needed to dig further, okay, hold on, let me dig a little further. Okay, oldest. Okay, yep. Oh, here's a video. Week number 13. That's 12,013. This one's 10 years ago. Okay, wait a second. Down. Oh, Dividend Kings, blah, blah, blah. Oh, Dividend Stock Talk, 7 years ago.
This one comes up. The very first one I always suggest, it's the easiest, is dividend capture by profit.
Okay, that's an old, what do you call it? Okay, those are the stocks I was buying, what was that, 7 years ago? Okay, so do I have historical performance of doing this kind of stuff? Yeah, you think that's funny? Now, my daughter was only 10 at that time, so I had to keep her entertained. So yeah, I looked a little foolish, looked a little silly, but you know, she was the original 10-minute trader, so I created this trading strategy for her. I could think I can handle doing 2 trades a month. Yeah, I see that. Going all at Enron was a mistake. Yeah, I did not do Enron. Enron did not fit in my category. Okay, OG trading amazing, but I asked more of a vertical track record. Oh, verifiable track record. Unfortunately, I don't keep those. Okay, I have this year's, which is this year's. Oh, here you go. Okay, so wait a second. You could, if you wanted to, go to the podcast and see how far back this goes. This goes back 4 years. Okay, 2024, 2023. Okay, these are all the trades. Okay, every morning I go through all my trades. New week, new opportunities. Week end number 44, blah, blah, blah. That's 2023, 2023. Now, you know what? I do have some trades from 10 or 15 years ago that I did track and I did keep copies of in my old website. Because I used to have what do you call those thingies? A blog. I used to have a blog. That's not a long-term track record. Yeah, well. That's enough. At least you do show it. Wish you all the best. Yeah, all right. Let's get out of there. Yeah, these are all my trades for this year. And do I have them from last year? I only have them in the, what do you call them, the podcast themselves. And I have them in, what do you call it? Blog. Yes, I did a blog a few years back. It's a kit, logic, and simple 1% la week. Yeah. That's not Felicia. Do show it. Wish you all the luck. Okay, cool. He wants to audit your bank records. That ain't going to happen. So what was my 2023 rate of return? It was around 40%. Prop firms. What the hell is a prop firms? I have no idea what a prop firm is. Anyway. All right, so we're looking at TSM. Whoops. Oh, and prop firm for futures. Yeah, no. Well, that answers that. Yeah. Firms. Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, so what am I going to say? Oh, so one of the things I'm doing, the reason why I actually listed all the trades for this first quarter, okay, is I am getting ready to gear up to do an, what do they call that? Hold on a second. An incubator fund. An incubator fund is one step before a hedge fund. Okay, in order to do a hedge fund, you have to do an incubator fund first. In order to do an incubator fund first, they have to have some kind of a track record of buys and sells and rates of return. So this is for the auditor to take a look at, so I can get into what's called an incubator fund. And once the incubator fund is accepted, then I get go to the hedge fund, and then from the hedge fund I can go to a mutual fund. It's like a stair step. How do you invest into an incubator fund? Well, incubator funds you can't invest in. I have to use my own personal money for an incubator fund. Okay, but wrong one again. But an incubator fund, it's kind of like anytime you see a hedge fund, they had to start somewhere. Okay, you either do the incubator fund, which is kind of like a stair step, kind of like kindergarten, if you think about it. It doesn't really count on your academic record, but a lot of people do it anyway. So the incubator fund is like $5,000 just for the paperwork. Okay, then I trade for 6 months, and they see what the verifiable returns are. So I understand that. I understand the concern. Okay, basically, this was just my own personal stuff for me personally. Okay, I never intentioned on sharing this. I failed kindergarten. I failed my senior year in high school. I purposely tried to stay back because I had so much fun in high school. I wanted to stay there longer. So anyway, so as I was saying, so the incubator fund is next. Okay, now I will have the results for the first quarter on Saturday evening once all the options fill out. Okay, once all the options finalize on Saturday, I'll get to know exactly what I made for, do I have a degree? Yeah, it's about 98.2. What was I saying? Oh, okay, so yeah, so I had to do the 90-day first and show all my trades. So that's why they're online. That way people can check them and review them. That way it makes it easier for me to get into an incubator fund. Then after that, I will do the second quarter also. That way they'll be able to take a look at the first quarter. And the second quarter would be in a registered account. Could that make sense? Okay, so from there for the registered account, then I got to pay the $60,000 to do a hedge fund. Then I can start taking other people's money. Until then, I really can't. Hey, Dirt Farmer, you here? You've been here for a while. Rocco, you're new. The only reason I know that because my son's name's Rocco and you spell yours different. How many different stocks are you typically buying each week and to dividend capture? All right, I don't do dividend capturing. Each week, this week I had 6 in one account, 7 in another, 30 in another account, 2 in another account. So I have 5 different accounts I manage. Okay, I only share 2 with you guys. I only share 2. The exact same strategy. All right, that being said, the last 30 days, the bottom was 98.80. The top was 158.78. All right, Leon, I did not fail high school. I said I tried to fail high school. I tried because I wanted to stay longer. Okay, I was the exact top of the middle of my class. I had this because you needed, and where I went to school, you need 72 credits in order to graduate high school. 72 credits, that's what we needed. I had 71 credits as a junior. So my senior year, I only needed 1 credit. So no matter how much I wanted to fail and stay in, I only need 1 credit. And I got that from, I think, a workshop, machine shop, what I call that kind of things. But I did. I failed history, math, English, and science. Failed all the 4 majors in my senior year because I wanted to stay in there. No, I didn't do university. I went right from high school, went right into service. Yeah, but I appreciate that, Rocco. Yeah, thank you for that. I feel so much better about my position in life. All right, anyway, let's get back to what we're looking at. So currently, I like the numbers for TSM. I do. Okay, the last trade was 136.31. The 136 is going for 211. However, I don't like this right here. Okay? Let's take a look at the last 30 days. 30 days ago was the 30-day bottom, and that was 126.65. Okay? Now, from the bottom, a week later, we're at the 30-day top, 158.40. From there, you get your profit taking, some what do they call that? A rebound, and then she falls down. 4 days in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I like this company. I do. But I do not like it for Monday. Okay? Oops, I got another one over here on Instagram. Hey, over here on Instagram. How you guys doing? Okay, I would like to see it turn and go to the other side. 2 days to the upside bare minimum before I jump in. But I like the numbers. The numbers work, but the chart doesn't. So it's a no. That's a no. AGIX. That's probably going to be a no. I can just tell by looking at it. AGIX. Thermogenics has no options. Why would you suggest something that has no options? That's a no. Ooh, USB. I like USB. USB. Uh-oh. USB is going to be a no. Golden Arrow, think of that. Can you give us a yes? Yes? I have no idea what you're saying. Like a style. Why 2 days the upside increase in premium? All right, let's go back to that one again. Hold on. What was it? TSM. TSM. Okay. Now, when I say 2 days to the upside, all right, this is for MIT 125. Why I don't, okay. Rhino? All right, this is for you two guys. All right. A couple weeks ago, here's your high. Okay. Here's your profit taken. Here's your bottom right here. She goes up, a little bit of a pullback. Okay, the pullback right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's four down days in a row. Okay? There's an old saying, the trend is your friend right up to the end. So it is trending down. You're trying to grab a falling knife. Okay, until it stops and finds a bottom and turns around, who knows how long it's going to go down. Okay, it could keep going down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I want it to stop going down and turn around and go back to the upside. Whoops, go to the upside. Okay, that's why I say no to the chart. I like the numbers. I just don't like the chart. Because 4 days to the downside. What comes after 4 days to the downside? 5 days to the downside. 6 days to the downside. Okay, I used to catch. You must be just getting here because I had a whole bunch of yeses a little earlier. Okay, but I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I like the numbers. I just don't like 4 days to the downside. Okay, and if they open up higher on Monday, then it's okay. Okay, but I like 2 days to the upside before I jump in. All right, that's just me. Now, if you like that and that works for you, hey, great. They're paying out. Hold on, I'll tell you what they're paying out. Okay, the 136s are going for 211. Okay, so we take clear 211. Okay, that's what the premium's going for. All right, now the strike price, the purchase price is $36.31. So you're losing 31 cents right off the top. So you subtract 1.31. Okay, so your profit is $1.80. Okay, so you take $1.80. That's your profit. You divide that by the purchase price, 136. Okay, that's 1.3%. 1.3% for the week. But here's the thing. Do you like the company? TSM. I like the company, but the timing's not right for me. If you like the company and you're okay with it and you're okay with 1.3, hey, more power to you. Okay, I don't ever tell people what to buy, what not to buy. I don't even make suggestions. I take a look at it and say, oh, I like that. I'm going to do that. Or, oh, I don't like that. I'm not going to do that. That's all I say. Okay, I tell everyone, do your own due diligence, do your own research. Okay, you know who TSM is. Okay, Taiwan Semiconductor. Okay, good company. They pay their dividends. Great. No, it's not in support area yet. Hold on. Okay, your support is way over here. Okay, look at it. 1, 2, 3. Look at all these right here. Okay, not much support here. You got 1, 2, 3 there. Not even one there. One there. Okay, you come down a little bit further. Okay, support on this one would be somewhere around here. Whoops, right about there. 133.71. Okay, see? Here, here, here. That would be your support, in my humble opinion. Of course, I could be wrong. My children like it when I'm wrong. They write it down on the calendar. You see it, Austin? But that's just my humble opinion. That's just the way I'm seeing the numbers, seeing the chart. Okay? But fear not, young one. We'll find another one. USB. I like USB. USB. 4470. 44, 45. Ooh, okay. I like that. Okay, that could work. Okay, the numbers work. Okay, for USB. Let's take a look at the chart. Okay, high, low. Where was it? Where is it? Okay, so let's go take a look. A year ago today, we were at 3603. Sorry, 3606. Okay, the bottom of the year, 2735. Now, I like the movement, see? She comes down, she goes up, she comes down, she goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Down. I like the predictable movement. That's why I like to look at the charts. Your kids write it down, that's funny. Yeah, well, you know, they say, well, data's never wrong. When you get to that point where you're always right, or usually always right, your kids, oh, data was wrong, let's write it down. It used to be funny when they were little. Okay, so we have a high of the year, 45.86, and that was the middle of December. However, 90 days ago, we opened up at 43.43. Okay, we bottomed out. Look at this. I like this. Okay, here, down, profit taken up, profit taken up, profit taken up, pull back up, pull back up, pull back up, pull back up. I love the predictable movements. It's cool. Here, I like that. Dividend Stock Talk is actually following Dividend Stock Talk. That guy has a set of balls. Actually coming. I have 8 imposters pretending to be me. So this is one of them actually following me. Guys got a set of balls to do that. They do that, and they come and they record some of my shit, some of my live shit, and they pretend to be me, asking for people for money. So if any of you guys ever get a request for me, for you to send me money, you know it ain't me, right? Because I don't. If I ask you about cryptocurrency, I don't do it. Okay? If I write you a DM, ooh, I got this great play on cryptocurrency. You got to send me $8,000. No, it ain't me. I don't do cryptocurrency. And the boy does have a set of balls to actually come to my personal life and pretend to be me on my own personal life. That's cool. I have to give him credit. All right, so let's look at the last 30 days. Uh-oh, low power. All right, this happened again last night where the battery was dying. So yes, I do have a charger. No, I'm not going to plug it in because we're at 11 o'clock and I quit at 11:30. So I have enough to last me to 11:30. All right, that being said, let's take a gander at what we're doing. Okay, 30 days ago today was the 30-day bottom. Okay, last week was the 30-day high. Okay, a little bit of pullback, 2 days to the upside. Perfect opportunity to jump in. Okay, you guys waiting for a yes? Looks good. Let's take a look at seasonality. However, what I don't like, try resetting your Wi-Fi. What's wrong with my Wi-Fi? No. The battery's dying in the phone. Okay, I got phone here, phone here, phone here. Okay. All right, so what I don't like is this little gap up right here. All right, gaps have a tendency to fill. Is that going to fall next week, the week after? I don't know. 2 days to the upside. What stock is this? US Bancorp. Okay, USB. Now, let's take a look at the seasonality. What does it normally do this time of year? Okay, US Bancorp this time of year. Okay, blue line represents this year. Red line represents 10 years average movement. Look at this. Okay, she drops down in January, spikes up, drops down. Look where she is now. Okay, what does she normally do this time of year? Okay, she's going to pull back a little bit and then go back up. Okay, so for the first week, here's the first week right here. Okay, the second week, back up. Can I buy US stock on Monday? Yes, you can. One phone for each lady, am I right? That's why I tell them all. If a woman answers the phone, hang up. Anyway, let's go back to where we were. Okay, so last trade, 44.70. The bid, 40.61. The ask, 44.70. The closest strike price is the 45. It's going for 46 cents. That's over 1%. Okay, I like the 1 year chart. I like the 90-day chart. I like the 30-day chart. I like seasonality, and the numbers work. You guys wanted one where everything came together? There it is, USB. Let's see what the numbers look like. Okay, so grab the calculator, clear that out of there. The 45 strike price. See, here's the strike prices over here. 44, 44 and a half, 45, 45 and a half, 46, 46 and a half, so on and so forth. The purchase price, 44.70. The closest one is the 45. That's going for 46 cents. Personally, I would go for the 44 and a half. Okay, you're losing 20 cents off the top. You take 20 cents off of this, 71. Now you're at 51 cents. Now the reason why I went to 44 and a half, because it's already in the money. It doesn't have to move. Okay, the 45s, the stock does have to move. Robinhood says USB is on hold. Do you care about how their analysis rates stocks? Once in a while. But, okay, hold on. I missed that question. Who asked that question? How long do you hold for? What time are your podcasts? All right, Leon, my podcasts get uploaded every day. All right, and they're usually a day or two late because I only give live data to people that actually show up live. So you look the podcast I'll upload today was from Thursday. Okay, but the live trading is live Monday through Friday. All right, so how long do I hold? I like Butch. I have no control how long I hold. Preferably, I like to hold for 5 days. Buy it on Monday, get rid of it on Friday. Okay, but the seasonality graph was showing a downturn at this time of the year. GS, let's go back to that. Okay, here's where we are right here. Okay, could go. Here's this Friday coming up right here. Okay, that's 10 years worth of data. Okay, does that mean that's what it always does? No, it's just what it does on average. That's the average movement. Look at the trend that it's in now. Okay, that baby's trending up. There's an old phrase that's going, the trend is your friend, right up to the end. Okay, trending to the upside. See, the blue is this year. The red represents 10 years worth of data. Okay, if I changed it and go to 5 years worth of data, okay, showing the same thing. Now, if I go to 20 years worth of data, okay, 20 years worth of data, it goes flat. Now, how long has U.S. Bancorp been in business? They've been in business almost 100 years. So it all depends on what kind of chart you want to look at. I like looking at 10 years because 20 years ago, totally different world. 5 years ago, not enough history for me. So I like 10 years. Okay, look at the trend it's in now. This is the blues this year. Okay, it's going up. Okay, now this is just an average of the last 10 years. That's not exact. I mean, it gives you an idea of what it has been doing, but look at the trend that it's in now. Okay, 30 days ago, okay, it's going to the upside. Okay, she goes up, pulls back, up, pulls back. But you go from the 30-day to today. Okay, that is trending to the upside. Okay, it goes up, pull back, up, pull back. Okay, a low, up day here, up day here. Okay, so it always comes down to make your own personal choice. You have to decide, what do you like? Do you like U.S. Bancorp? Okay, do you mind owning it for a long period of time? Because if you buy something, best be okay to hold it for a long period of time if you have to. But the season, yeah, you're right. Robin has to abuse. Do you care about the analysis, the rate of the stock? No, I don't. Because that's just their opinion. Okay, they are. You got to take a look at what they're trained to do. They're trained for annual percentage returns. They look at things annually. I'm just looking at the next 5 days. Where do I think it's going to go in the next 5 days? Okay, do I like it? Do I mind holding it? Do the numbers work for me? Do I collect my 1% for the week? What am I collecting for that anyway? We haven't even done the numbers yet. Okay, so the 44.70. The closest strike price is the 45. That's going for 46 cents. That's over 1%. And if it goes above 45, you collect the difference between the 44.70 and the 45, which is an additional 30 cents. However, I like the 44.50s. Why? Because it's already above 44.50. The stock doesn't have to move at all. It can stay exactly where it is, and I'll still make my money. Well, how much will I make? Let's take a look. The 44.50 is going for 71 cents. Okay, so clear this out. We take the 71 cents. Now, I'm losing 20 cents right off the top because I'm buying it at 44.70 and I'm selling it at 44.50. Okay, so I take the 20 cents off the top of that, and I have a grand total of 51 cents. So now I want to divide it by what I'm buying it for, 44.50. Well, I'm buying it for 44.70, but I already took the 20 cents off. Okay, so I took 20 cents off the profit, took 20 cents off the purchase price. So this is what my cost is. And that will give me 1.14%. Am I okay with that? Sure. I mean, I like USB. It's on my list. It wouldn't be on my list if I didn't like it. All right. CPB, which is Campbell's. All right. Seasonality shows 1 week pullback expected, blah, blah, blah. I'm all in on Beak. Yep, whatever. I just got invested in this. All right. Do we need to put another 100 grand into SPWR? I have no idea what you're talking about. SPWR. That sounds like an ETF. SPWR. SunPower. Yeah, you guys have fun with that one. SPWR. What does that tell you? Seriously, I mean, think about it. High at 15. Now it's at 3. Do they even pay dividends? SPWR. No dividends. right. SEWR. Take a look at history. Historical data. All right, so SPWR has no dividends. Okay, so why are we looking at it? Okay, the title of the group is Dividend Investing for Weekly Cash Flow. All right, they're at $3. Whoop-de-doo, they don't pay dividends. Why would I want to look at them? Curious about your thoughts on ABR REIT. That's a no. I'm scared to look at Boeing. That's a no also. All renewable energy specs got demolished. Well, good. They don't have 20 years of increased dividends. I really don't care. How does ask and bid price work? Can I use the same for Forex? Forex is totally different, my dear. Totally different. Okay? Now, what is bid and ask? Well, let me give you a metaphor. Okay, this is the easiest way I can explain it to you. Think of the bid and the ask. Think of going into, let's say, a 7-Eleven. Somebody owns that 7-Eleven, a convenience store, Circle K, whatever you want to call it. Okay, that guy is going to buy a gallon of milk from the person who makes the gallons of milk. Say he buys it for $3. You walk in the store and you want to buy a gallon of milk. He sells it to you for $4. Bid, ask. The market maker is the grocery store owner. He owns the grocery store. He buys it and he sells it. He buys it from the producer and he sells it to the end user. We are the end users. If we're going to sell a stock, we'll get the bid. If we're going to buy a stock, we pay the ask. The market maker, he's the grocery store owner. Big swing. What time is your live trade every day? The stock market opens at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, we jump in at 9:15 to take a look at what's coming up. What would you say highly shorted stock good for dividend investing? No. When you said you don't do dividend capture, what you're doing with regards to the dividend. Well, I said it's dividend capture with kind of like a twist. I call it dividend capture 2.0. Alaska Air, no. S&P 500, no. S&P 500 doesn't pay dividends. Okay, dividend investing for weekly cash flow. DRIP, yeah, dividend reinvestment plan, yeah, of course. MO, Altria stock, yeah, that's on my list. Not this week, it ain't. Okay, what was I saying? I was going to get somewhere. I was going to say something. I forget what it was. It's a very simple strategy. A good dividend stock, buy it when the dividend's coming up. Oh, the dividends, yeah. All right, so I use the dividend as a timer. Tell me when to buy the stock. Do we join you on this platform? No, come up here, punch me in the face right there. See that right there at the top left corner? That's my face right there. Hit that. That will take you to the 10-minute trader. All right, here's the 10-minute trader right here. A lot of information there. Okay, dividend stocks, safe, simple, predictable income, blah, 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 all that stuff. Here's a video, a simple video, 3-step, 1% method if you need to go slow motion. My mother's 68, working full time. How works you recommend she save money in the next 3 or 4 years? Doughboy, if you really want to have a conversation, DM me with your phone number, I'll give you a buzz. Okay, another explanation of the no risk trading. When I consider no risk trading, I can't see Coca-Cola or Pepsi stop making Coca-Cola. I can't see Bank of America going out of business. Those kind of things. What I mean by that. Here, it says right there, live trading. You click on that, and it'll take you right to where you sign up for the live trading. Dividend Stock Talk on my Patreon page. That's where you sign up. Okay, now we go live every morning just before the market. Ooh, KDP. I like KDP. Kinder Morgan. Okay, we're not going to get to it today because it is 11:18. I usually quit at 11:30. I've been here since 8:30. Okay, I think I paid my dues today. KDP. Here we go. My dividend stock investment is down 20%. If no change, the payment will get me back in about 4 years. Dallas, I can't help you with that. WFC, Wells Fargo, one of my favorites. Love Wells Fargo. Can you please explain further how you use dividends of time for your trade? Thank you. Oh, sure, why not? Thank you for all you do. Doughboy, you got it. All right, so this right here is a calendar. Okay, we all can tell it's a calendar. All right, now, when I say I have a list of stocks, I have, as you can see, I just pulled it up right over here. I have about 12 lists. I'm going to show you Warren Buffett's list. I'm going to show you for January. I don't want to give away too much. No, here we go. All right, so the dividend. Okay, this is the calendar. Each one of these green dots represents when that company is paying out its dividend. Now, in my years of trading, I found stocks move for two reasons and two reasons only. I sold my KHC, yeah. Heinz Ketchup. They're over 100 years old, also a dividend king. Okay, stocks trade for two reasons only. I mean, move for two reasons. Okay? An unknown reason. A known reason and an unknown reason. What do I mean by that? What app or program do you use the calendar? This is Thinkorswim, right, for Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab is one of the biggest trading places out there. Okay, this is Thinkorswim. You can download this right onto your computer. I don't suggest using the one online. It sucks. The one you can download onto your personal computer, it's better. Okay, a known reason or unknown reason. An unknown reason you cannot plan for. What is that? A big lawsuit. A major technical, what do you call it? Eureka moment with a company. Something new, something interesting. A new product launch. Hiring of a new executive. Things you cannot plan for. Okay, the Exxon Valdez. They couldn't plan for that one. British Petroleum, where they leaking all the oil in the Gulf. Couldn't plan for that. Okay, an earthquake. Can't plan for that. You can only react to that. Now, a planned event. Dividends, earnings, stock splits, new product launches, seasonality. Okay, you know all of those, but you probably don't know seasonality. What do I mean by seasonality? Well, here's one. Completely obvious. You should be able to figure this out right off the top of your head. Weight Watchers goes up at the beginning of the year. Why? Hershey stocks goes up in the first week of February. Why? Okay. Google goes down at the first a couple weeks of the year. Apple goes up in the fourth quarter. Got a lot of apparel stocks go up in the fourth quarter. Kids are going back to school. Okay, gas stocks usually go up in the beginning of June, May or June, some of that time. Why? Kids are getting out of school. Kids are a major force because kids got out of school. Car trip, road trip, gas prices go up. Okay, oil stocks go up in March. Why? Well, you can buy oil all year long, but what happens in November every year? People turn their oil furnaces on. So what happens by February and March? Their oil furnaces are low, so they have to refill. So oil stocks go up in March. We at 187 last time I checked. I have no idea what you're talking about, Tony. Okay, I don't know what 187 means. 182. Weight Watchers. Yeah. Oh, okay. I said that the stock moves up at the beginning of the year. Hold on a second. Ooh, they didn't move up. They moved up in December. Okay? In December they move up. I was just wondering if you thought it was a good time to buy right now. Weight Watchers? No, I base everything off the dividends. Okay? Because you can plan for events. You can plan for the earnings. Okay? Click right here. Okay? The blue and purple are earnings. The green are the dividends. All right? Conference calls. Red. Okay? Company has a conference call. You can plan for these events. Ooh, stock splits. Nothing. Economic events. Nothing. Futures liquidation. Nothing. Market drive. Nothing. ETF dividend. Nothing. Okay, I like the dividend. Oprah left and it shot down. Yeah, it could be. Dividend tracing is a waste of time. I doubled my money in 5 days with Reddit IPO. Cool. That's awesome. You really don't belong here because I really don't know what to tell you. You're not looking for safe income. You're looking for something that goes through the roof. That's not what we're here for. But I do appreciate you chiming in. KDP has monthly options, so KDP is a no. KDP. Oops. KDP. Right? KDP is the first week of the quarter. Tony, I listened to you because you are talking about a lot of dividend stocks. Well, thank you for that, Tony. KDP is in April. Where is it? Oh, they haven't posted it yet. So you invest in those stocks on your list so before the dividend is paid. Exactly, because they have a tendency to move up just before the dividend date. Okay, so if they move up before the dividend date, I can get in, I get my 1%, and then I get out and I go on to the next one. So here's a list of Warren Buffett stocks. Where are they? Let's go back to January. Whoops. January. Okay, should I buy USB and sell it by Friday? I can't give you that answer, really. Okay, you got to do your own due diligence. You froze up while you're answering yes, because the phone was letting me know the battery's going to die pretty soon. BTO. Okay, Dallas, I have no idea what you mean by that. What Krispy Kreme was my ship that came in as an IPO. Okay, good. I just flip houses. Where else should I invest? Alex, I can't tell you that. Okay, there's so many things you can invest in. You can invest in paintings. You can invest in rare coins. You can invest in stamps. You can invest in cars. You can invest in almost anything. I like Ford, but not at the moment because Ford's at a peak. Okay, I'm waiting for it to turn around, come back down again. So you invest in those stocks on your list week or so before the dividend's paid. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, this is right here is Warren Buffett's list. Okay, you have American Express, Bristol Myers Squibb, Globe Life, MasterCard, Verizon, AbbVie, Procter & Gamble, Bank Mellon, Wells Fargo, Capital One Finance. I mean, you guys heard of all those companies. This is what Warren Buffett owns. If they're good enough for Warren, they're good enough for me. Huh? I was wanting to know what Buffett stocks were. I know he bought a bunch of Siri. Yep, Siri's on the list. MicroStrategy. I have no idea. All right, we're at 11:30. Okay, you know what that means? It means I've been here too long. 3 hours sitting in one place. Now, look at this. We got this big, huge list to go over tomorrow. Okay? Okay, this is what we went through tonight. This is what we're going to go through tomorrow. Where did you get Warren Buffett's list? Google. Go to Google, search engine. Warren Buffett stock list 2024. I appreciate you sharing. Thank you. You're welcome. Like I said, have a good night, James. Like I said, I'm looking for people who want to join our monthly, our morning group. Every morning. Okay? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 to 9:15 to 10:15, about an hour. I followed you. I mostly just followed text. Well, thank you for that. Thank you so much for learning a lot. Good. I'll be joining. Cool. I'll be joining in the morning. Cool. Eastern, of course, the market opens at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I have no control over that. Okay, when I go to Europe, and then I go touring around Europe, I still have to log in before the market opens. 10 a.m. sounds great. Yeah, it'll be done by 10 a.m., dude. Market opens at 9:30. Okay, that's why we jump in at 9:15 to take a look at everything. How much to join the lives? Well, there's 3 different levels: $50 a month, $100 a month, $500 a month. All depends on what you want. Okay, it really depends on what you want. Where are you in your life with your investments? You have to answer that question. Alrighty, so you guys have a great night. It's 11:30, and I will catch you again tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel. Woohoo! Have a great day, guys. Okay, who is still here? Lone Wolf, you still here? Doughboy, have a great night. G, all righty. You know, Mike G, you're welcome. Yep. Hey, Lone Wolf, you want me to give you a buzz? I'd like to talk about it. DM me your number and I'll give you a buzz. All right, I'll give you a buzz in a second. Let me just close up everything.